I want us to resume, resume, resume. I'm always here for you. Got me all confused, confused about what to do. I want us to resume, resume. I'm always here for you. Hey, hello. This is like a weird time of the day for me to even be up here. So, okay, I'm gonna wait until some people come on. This was like a spur of the moment thing anyway, so I don't even know if this is gonna. Oh, let me turn my phone. Why is like this side of the room so? You know what? I know why. Anyway, I'm gonna move this over. It's better. Keep it on here. Hello, hello. Okay, while this is starting up, I'm going to take a minute. Hi. Sorry. When I first came on, nobody was on here, so I just like went and like got something from the kitchen. Sorry. What's going on? Hold on. Hmm, that's good. So I'm in my signature workout gear. That means pretending that I actually worked out today. No, I'm kidding. I actually did, but now I'm like drinking a smoothie. So, how's everyone doing? I know it's like what, two people? I think there was like more before, but when they probably didn't see anybody here, they probably just like, oh. So it's a couple of things that we need to, well, that other people wanted to talk about, and I was like, okay, fine. Someone was asking me about, who I would choose not to work with in the industry. If I had the chance to, would I, work with this person or that person? And someone else also asked me about Dinah Jane. And based on the performances that I've seen so far, I have recorded a couple of other a couple of other reactions. I have looked at a couple of the other ones. Um, so expect those tomorrow at some point. Sorry, I have to eat. I'm like hungry. Anyway, so what in the world? So we're gonna talk a little bit about Dinah Jane because they were worried about Dinah Jane and they want to know exactly like what I think or what I think she's gonna end up doing because she's been like the most quiet since they announced that they were going on hiatus. Um, I don't know what you guys think about that. Like, what do you think about like Dinah not being like kind of being silent this entire time? Like, she hasn't really said too much. The only thing that we know is that she's doing this track with this Basie guy or whatever his name is. Oh. Okay, since nobody is actually saying anything, I will start. For me, it's kind of like this. I don't think that it's really necessary for her to even say or do anything right now. Maybe she's just taking a break. I think that's kind of what it is. They've been doing a lot. This tour, they cut off like a lot of the tour. There's like a couple of more things, a couple of more places they have to go or something. But I don't know. I feel like she's gonna take a minute and then she's gonna come back and she's gonna do what she's got to do. But I don't think everybody else is kind of in a rush to go and do their solo stuff, or they were already working on their solo stuff. For me, I think that Dinah was really like she was a Fifth Harmony, like she was Fifth Harmony through and through. She didn't really have a lot of interest in anything apart from the group at that moment. Maybe she did, but it didn't come before the group. It didn't take precedent over the group at all at any given time. That's what I think. And now that she now has the chance to do her own thing solo, I feel like now she's going to go that way and do that and whatever. Um, but to be honest, I don't know. I don't really know. And I also don't know who's really going to be, on top completely. I don't know. People are saying Normani, which a lot of people are rooting for Normani to really come out on top. Most people want her to be on top just so that we can throw it in Camila fans' face. Because there were a lot of Camila fans who are still like hating on Normani for whatever reason. I don't know. But yes, I shouldn't be eating this. It's so good though. Hmm. I hate to be eating on camera, but I have not eaten all day. Um, do you have any videos that you have in plan? What do you think that Camila could do? She hit a snippet for their new song, All Again, public today. No, I did not. Y'all know I don't spend a lot of time on social media. I don't. Yes, at the beginning of the video, I did say that I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube either. I really don't. Unless I'm doing my own videos or unless like I steer clear away from a lot of the like um stuff that has to do with Fifth Harmony and a whole bunch of other people. Like I don't watch a lot of music videos either. Like I don't, unless it's like for the channel. Um Most of the time though, I'm watching like gamer channels and stuff because I am like a part-time gamer and I do like watching like video game related channels. Um so that's usually what I'm doing. I don't spend a lot of time and commentary, obviously. Like I do watch like Lovely Tea and Adrian Expression and stuff. So I do like watch those kinds of things, but I'm not really on YouTube for the music majority of the time. So I didn't know that they had a leak. But yes, I do have videos that I plan. I am finally getting into doing. Well, I'm working on it because it's going to take a minute to edit. It's probably one of the longest videos that I've done like in a while, and it's for Well, I'll let you figure it out from like one note, not one note, from one like little melody. If you can figure it out from that, then I don't know what I can give you. I can't give you anything, but kudos if you can get who the artist is from that. But I'm finally getting into that artist, and you know, but I'm also doing more of the Fifth Harmony performances until I'm gonna continue watching those. I recently did Deliver, and I'm gonna do the rest after that later, probably later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. But expect those tomorrow. The other one is not coming for a minute because it's gonna take a while to edit it. Chloe and Halle. I have not gotten to absolutely. I've seen the Lonely Night one. I've seen the Lonely Night one, and I did like it. I just couldn't post it because the camera stopped recording halfway through. So I literally can't post it. And Chloe and Halle, they have to wait until the next day that I'm off, which I think is either Sunday or Monday. Oh, free and Ramadan. Okay. Yeah, that's what I think too. I think out of everybody, Dinah was like the least like in a rush to go solo. Like she really didn't care either way. Like she wanted to be a part of the group because the group is kind of where she's been for the last like 5, 6 years. So she's really not going to think about anything besides the group really. Like yeah, of course she has her own like interests, but at the time being, like she was just happy to be out there and doing music and doing what she loves to do, regardless of whether or not she was doing it by herself or with the rest of the girls. Everybody else in the group kind of just was more pressed. I feel like she was the less pressed to be solo. Dinah's been in the studio. Yeah, sure, she's probably been in the studio. But again, I feel like she wasn't really in a rush to go solo. Like whenever it happened, it would have been okay. But she wasn't like in a rush to go solo. And I'm sure she's in the studio making some music. But I feel like she's like gonna be more strategic about releasing it. I don't watch the four. I want to get a Normana collab. Um, Dinah has improved a lot, not only her breathing, but just as an entertainer. Yes, that is very true. Something that I've noticed over the past couple of videos that I've watched, the past couple of performances, she's definitely improved a hell of a lot since the last time that they were on tour. And that's going to be very, very instrumental in her solo career being successful because that's pretty much the only thing that was holding her back was her onstage presence. Yes, I know. Normani and Khalid are going to be on Jimmy Fallon next week. I will be sure to post my review of that. Y'all know that I'm still not here for Khalid, but I will watch for Normani. Hmm. Wait, what? I have not heard the snippet. I tend to stay away from snippets because I just don't want to hear like I don't know. I'm the type of person that waits on the song to actually release to listen to it. Um, so that's like me. Although I did it to you guys when I was doing Need You, like I released snippets of the song just to build up a little bit of hype. But that's me not having a damn name. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, I am so glad that wait, what? What was an April Fool's joke? Her album. Wait, Zara Larson has a new album? Oh, No Sleep was an April Fool's joke. You know what I wish was an April Fool's joke? Their hiatus. To me, it was too soon to go on a hiatus. It was too soon. I mean, people were expecting it, but don't give people what they want. Apparently, 5H thinks. Apparently, Camila thinks 5H should apologize. What's your view? I don't really give a damn. First of all, the two situations. Okay, so this person that's on this live right now, it's a good thing that this damn hide. It's a good thing that this thing like filters out messages. Apparently this person is trying to they're trying to put their we're gonna put get put in timeout. Um Now it's about Dinah. Let's focus on that. Going to pretend I didn't hear that. I mean, uh, it is no okay. So if you want to know what I think about that, because I think that I talked about that specific situation in my last live stream. If you really want to know what I think about the whole, Camila think feeling whatever she said, and then feeling that they should apologize for being hypocrites or something. See my last live stream after I'm done with this one. See my last live stream when I was talking about the hiatus, and I spoke a little bit in detail about that. But I honestly could not care less about Camila and what she thinks about the situation because it has nothing to do with her. You left the group a year ago, okay? It's been done and over with, tired and through. Okay, it could be, but I mean, again, it's all alleged because we don't know if she really said this. This is some type of source that's close to her. But I really don't want to waste time on this video by talking about her when she has nothing to do with the group anymore. Nothing. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm gonna sit here and eat my macaroni and cheese. This is so good though. I'm sorry guys. Uh, mm, mm, mm. There's like 4 different cheeses in it. It's so good. Okay. Mm. I don't know if I wanna let that comment come through, Harmonizer. Okay. So, yes, Love Lies is now gold, certified gold in the US. That's perfect. That's great. So let's give it up for Normani and Khalid. They really did make a good song, and it deserves all the accolades and everything. But let's be honest. Let's be like, we want Normani to actually score one of those by herself. But yeah, let's hope that the performance goes well on Jimmy Fallon because there's already people out here talking about, oh, if she's not dancing, then I'm not watching. I'm like, she does have a voice. Like, let's stop pretending like Normani can't sing. She doesn't have to be dancing to put on a good performance. So shut up. Anyway. um, I'm glad you asked. Okay, so in the beginning, I mentioned that there was a couple of people who were asking me if I had the chance to, would I collaborate with certain artists? Would I work with certain people in the industry, certain producers, executives, and all that stuff? And recently, I was having a conversation with my mother, and she was, talking about, I think she was asking about one of the DJs in this area, Mike from Mike and Steph or whatever, and and it also came up with like Ryan Seacrest because you know, because she was like wondering about who the other guy was that was usually on the radio. I was like, oh, that's Ryan Seacrest. She's like, oh, that's the one. He's like dealing with this case now with like sexual assault or something allegedly, and so she was like, oh, well, I don't really care about that. If we could get a chance to work with him, I would. I was like, well, you have to be careful about that sort of a thing because with the introduction of social media and stuff, people tend to feel like they are entitled to, celebrities and other people's personal lives, and they will not work with you, or they won't really be, in your corner if you are working with other people who are involved in situations like a Ryan Seacrest or like a Harvey Weinstein or a Bill Cosby or something. They're gonna like kind of give you the side eye and look at you a little bit with like a with suspect. So in that respect, you kind of have to be smart about who you choose to work with. Um, regardless of how talented they are, regardless of the connections that they have, at the end of the day, you want your own brand to look fresh and good and clean and just straightforward. You don't want there to be any kind of anything holding you back, especially for somebody like me who does not have a name in the industry at all. I wouldn't want to surround myself with people who are kind of shady in the business. Um, it's a thing. Um, but yeah, that's like the main reason. That's like the main. That's like yeah. I guess you can say that's like the main point to my title, being smart in the business. Be smart about who you work with. Be smart about the decisions that you make. Like Lauren said, read your contracts. Um, Recently, there was an issue with a friend of mine who had a chance to sign with a label, and she, had noted like she had been working with this lawyer to work up everything and everything like that. And then she found out right before they were about to go in for that last meeting that that lawyer had been on the payroll for the record label for years. So he actually did not have her best interest in mind. So he was just worried about getting a check, and he was going to get a check either, from the company either way. So it was like a lose lose situation for her because at that point she's like, I can't trust you, I can't trust the company, I'm just going to go, and she had to let that go. But she was actually going to be signed to this label. Like I'm saying, you have to be smart about these sort of things, even if it means that you're not going to blow up tomorrow. That's okay. At least you still have your dignity. At least you still have your freedom to do what you want to do as an artist. You don't want to get caught up in these deals, and that's the reason why. Also, I get really like upset at people who come up and they try to comment on my videos when I say things about Camila, or I say stuff about BTS and all those other like K-pop artists and stuff. They always like to say, "Oh, well, they're rich and famous and making money and stuff." It's like, at the cost of what? They're not able to date who they want. They're not able to go where they want all the time. They're not able to have the freedom that they want to as an artist. It's like they're not even a music artist at that point. They're just some fabrication of somebody else's money. And just, yeah, just pretty much like a money tree at that point. And so again, yeah, you have to be smart about things like that. I've been very, very careful up until now. Is the reason why I haven't put out music. Part of the reason why I haven't really done too much promotion and stuff, or for any of my stuff, has been mostly because of that. I just don't want it to be like a declining slow. Like, I don't want it to be on a decline, like like every single time I'm doing something. I don't want it to decline, 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 decline. I want to rise up, and I want to do it the right way. And I want to take, if I have to take it slow, then I'll take it slow. If that means that everything is going to be good and ready to go, and everything is going to be perfect, well, as perfect as I can make it, then I will wait. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm never gonna change who I am for anyone. And that's the reason why I guess, years ago I never understood why my mom, because back in the day she had really, really good connections. Over the years, people drift apart. But um with I always like I wanted to be, a singer since I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. I wanted to be in the industry. I wanted to be there. And then like when people my age started coming out, I was like 13, 14. Justin Bieber came out. He's only a month older than me. Um, he's 24 now already because his birthday is like March. But yeah, so when I heard Justin Bieber on the radio, I'm like, I can do that. I can do that probably better. But I did say that back then. I was a little crap back then. But yeah, I was like, he's out there and doing stuff, and I want to be out there too. And then she's like, oh well, she's like, it's not time. She's like, I don't want you to be a part of that ring so young, because it can eat you up alive. It can eat you alive. And a lot of these younger stars that get into it, Fifth Harmony is another example. They signed contracts, did not really go through them as thoroughly as they should have, probably didn't have a good lawyer, and they got stuck in these deals that really just don't make any sense and that kind of keep them prisoner in the dungeons. Like it's just ridiculous. Justin Bieber had the same issue. Like he really did not have a lot of control over the things that he was able to, and that's kind of, I feel like that's kind of why he started lashing out and doing like, kind of unnecessary things like peeing in buckets and trying to beat up people and stuff. Hmm. Hmm. But yeah, no, she didn't want me in the business too early because she's seen what it's done to a lot of these child stars and stuff, and she didn't want that to me. And I didn't understand it until I came to be this age. And at this age, I'm 23. There's nobody is gonna be able to cross me because I've come into myself. I know exactly who I am, and I'm not about to sit up there and just take a bunch of crap off of anybody. And so then it'll be easier for me to just like take my own path and get to where I want to go. Will I sign with a label? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll be an independent artist out here. A lot of people are being independent and becoming successful these days just because, um, they have the freedom to do what they want to do, and people connect with that sort of a thing. You know what I mean? People don't like like, yeah, we've come to know these manufactured artists, but like more people to me are able to connect with someone that actually is like human, that somebody who actually operates in a way that real humans would operate, who writes their own music, who actually connects with their audience in a more intimate way, and all of that. And I feel like, I don't know, if I had the chance to sign with a label, it would have to be a really good deal, and I would, make sure that, and I wouldn't just leave it to a lawyer to go through. No, I would sit there with him, go through every little piece of the contract before signing it, and make sure everything is good to go. I'm not about to just like, here you go, and then leave it to them to go through it and point out what they think is wrong or what they think is right. No, I want to be a part of the process too. It's the reason why I took a business law class. Oh, me too. You cannot tell me for the life of me that all of them wanted Down to be their single. Like, take the 97 out of her handle. Oh, stop. I don't know what she's gonna be called because at this point somebody else has Dinah Jane. That's the whole point. Like the 97 is the year she was born, and Dinah Jane, I don't know what she would call herself. DJ Hansen. No, somebody probably has that. Like at this point, she's become so huge that every other name that has something to do with hers is probably going to be taken. Who the hell is the other Denim Jeans? No, you did not. I should put you in timeout for that. Oh, you produce music? That's awesome. Ooh, Barbados? All right, girl. Shout out to Tiana Lewis. Okay. Barbados is watching me. I've always wanted to kind of go. I've like known people from Barbados, and like they told me that it's actually like beautiful. I've also heard that there's some people in Barbados who don't like Rihanna. Uh, there's a lot of people in Barbados who don't care for Rihanna, and I find that funny. And then somebody is telling me, "How are you gonna be eating and streaming?" It's what I do. So apparently, one of my friends is watching me and it's like, "Why are you eating?" Because I haven't eaten all day. Damn it! Shit. um, isn't Normani's Twitter and Instagram just Normani? No, it's actually Norm. It's still Normani Corday. Her handle is still Normani Corday. You should do some mukbang. I heard about people doing that. I heard about people doing. I heard about people doing that. I hate it. I have to keep my phone near me. I think she's keeping the Corday because her fan base is called Corday Nation. Well, yeah, I mean, she's going to be known as Normani, but we started calling like the fandom Corday Nation. Are Lauren's fans called Jaguars? I hate it. I would hate that because technically her name, I mean, it's like Jaguar, but it's Haregi. So oh, okay. I don't know. Dynasty. Yeah, no, seriously. The Dynasty, Allegiance. The Allegiance. I like that though. I like that for Allie, the Allegiance. Ah! Where is Dinah Jane? Uh, I don't know. Well, I mean, apparently she's in the studio. The reason why I made that the top, like one of the topics of the video, is because I knew that people were going to talk about Dinah. And honestly, I think that she's just being quiet right now. She's setting things up. She's setting things in motion because she's not just like she probably was working on stuff, but she just wanted to focus on what the group was doing at the time and all that stuff. Um, but it is what it is. I feel like you shouldn't not being in a rush to come out is going to benefit her in the long run because the last one to come out will probably be the last person that they remember. So I feel like, and then it's gonna probably be like a really good like solo debut for her. So you know, it is what it is. Apparently they're all together in Houston. Okay, I don't dinosaurs. I hate it. Dinosaurs. I don't like that. I do like Dynasty though. That's something. But then I don't know what you would actually call the fans like are we the dynasty or like but you can't say it without the well then again you can't say the beehive without the either. You can't just be like, oh, it's beehive. No, it's the beehive. So yeah, no, let's do Boom Boom doesn't count. I don't count Boom Boom as a damn single for her. I don't. I really don't. She had like to what? 10 seconds 10 seconds in that damn song. Okay, it's barely a damn single for her. I don't count Boom Boom, and Boom Boom honestly wasn't that great of a song to me. I mean, I got into it because of the music, but at the same time, no. Donna confirmed it though, the Dynasty thing. Okay, so that's good. But to not do her justice. No, it didn't. And the thing is, if you're not going to put the thing I really hated about it is if you're not going to give her a good enough verse, At least show her in the video. They showed those 2 irrelevant hoes in the damn like, the 2 ones that were, like, traveling around. They showed them more than they showed freaking, Dinah, and I'm just like, I mean, they're not even singing or anything. It's just 2 of them, and they're not like, Dinah looks better than them, and she has, like, actual talent. I don't know what those other 2 girls are doing. I don't know. I had no idea. It was ridiculous. I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. Anyway. What who okay, I was told that Camila and Lauren in 5H have dated, but Lauren just denied it. After a while, she regretted herself. Well, they never dated. I mean, that we know of. I wish I could do the zoom in thing. I actually like that feature because I do making some faces, and now it's like cool that I know how to do that. Um, I don't know. Are they Normani in the studio with Khalid again? I don't know about another single together. Like it's cool, yes, but don't. Oh no. Oh god. I don't know. A robe was named after Rihanna in Barbados. Oh, that's funny. Oh no. Rihanna Boulevard. Let me stop. Um and you're telling me Swiss Dakota or whoever had more solos than her. Swiss Dakota. Who is Swiss Dakota? Oh, Swiss Dakota French Montana. I hate it. I'm mad it took me that long to figure out who you were talking about because we moved on to like the next thing, but you were talking about Boom Boom Swiss Dakota. I'm so done. I'm done. um, yeah, maybe they're just preparing for that performance that they have Normani and Khalid. I don't think that they're gonna be because that's not a good move because then it's gonna be like Normani is attached to Khalid and then she can't do anything on her own, and that's bad for your brand. I think that Normani, the next song that she does needs to be a solo. It needs to be solo, or it needs to at least be her song featuring some rapper or somebody who doesn't also sing. I feel like that, no. And then also it should also be like something with some choreo or something that we can dance to because I mean you really can't dance to Love Lies. That's like a smooth R&B kind of song. Um, but yeah. Oh, we were talking about Normani's run at the end of Love Lies. Oh God, can I remember it now? I don't even know if I remember it. Tell me when you love, tell me when you love, yeah, yeah. I can't remember it now. I think I got close, but I can't remember it. I was like, I mastered that thing in like 2 days after hearing it, but I just can't remember it now. Oh, stop. You said it's belting for her. No, I was a little bit off with it because tell me when you love, it's like the way that her voice works is like she's able to kind of go in between and then take it further down. I just love it. I love that run is actually really good. I like that run. It caught me off guard and I was like, okay, that's it. I still don't completely have my voice back though. So it's like cracking like crazy. I need to get it back, but I'm probably going to end up going to the ear, nose, and throat because I need to have my voice back because I am going to be recording a new song that is also a collaboration. Just one thing, Kaylani praised Camila saying that she sounds the same every time she performs, but the thing is she's either too sharp or flat when she sings. That is actually kind of true that I've noticed. Who has payola? Normani? Like C stands are trying to say that Normani has payola? Do you hear about Demi and Kill? We know about Camila's payola. They think Spotify is payola. I mean, I'm on Spotify. Um, Go get that. Need you. Stream it on Spotify and Apple Music now. That was a little shameless plug. What's a payola? Oh Lord, we gotta explain this again. Um, okay, just real quick for those of you who don't know what payola is basically like bribing. Payola is kind of like a method used by big companies to kind of monopolize their way into getting their artists heard on the radio, seen everywhere, all over the world, like all over the world, billboards and TV and all that stuff. It's just kind of a way for them to push their agenda for the artists that they want to kind of be on top. Um, so for the like every single hour on the hour that they're playing Havana and Now Never Be the Same. I mean, yeah, people like her, but it's not to the extent that they would like another artist or whatever. And hearing the same song over and over and over, people are going to kind of like hear that song wherever they go, regardless of whether or not it's actually on. They know that, and they use their influence over in the industry to push that agenda. That's pretty much what payola is, using your influence to build up someone else's, and like just using your money. It's using your money. And when you say that an artist uses payola, it's pretty much like they're depending on their record label to monopolize the industry for them, so that they are literally everywhere you look and on every station that you turn your radio to. It's like promoting hard. It's like, yeah, pretty much. For those of us who don't have a big, huge record label to back us, it's very, very difficult to get heard on the radio and stuff, because you have artists out here like Taylor Swift and Camila who pretty much are, in record labels that have really, really huge influences, and is able to kind of push them out there like that. And they're able to use their influence like, oh, we'll give you this amount of money if you play this person on the radio, and this person right here, a lot of people like this song now, and if you play this on your radio station, your ratings are going to go up. And so they're able to kind of use that full circle kind of effect on all of these radio stations everywhere. And then when they get this radio station to play it, their ratings go up. They can use that data to support why this new radio station should start playing this new song. That's just how it is. And it's really, really annoying how like these bigger companies are able to monopolize. That's the reason why they're like the big three: JYP, YG, SM. It's the reason why a lot of people really just don't like them and their energy and stuff. And there's a lot of people who are steering away from those artists that are in those companies, in like small amounts of people. But still, I've heard a lot of people say like, I don't really want to support another SM artist because they just monopolize the entire K-pop industry. It's the reason why a lot of people took to BTS so much, because they came from a smaller label. But again, let me see. Camila's album should have been called Copycat. I mean, it's the reason why I haven't looked at the albums, because I actually at this point have heard like almost every single song on it. So there would be nothing for me to really react or review to, but at that point, it's just like, I 2017, like I said, that the like one of the main things that should stay in 2017 is heavy sampling in albums and full projects. And here we have this Camila album that has a lot of sampling in it. I'm not a big fan of that. And if the entire if like a lot, like majority of the album has a lot of sampled goods, I'm not really going to be here for it. So I'm not even going to touch that with a like 10-foot pole. Doesn't, yes. Okay, so to clarify, with those of you who do not know, for those of you who do not know, okay, Normani is signed to S10 Entertainment. They are a subsidiary management company under Rock Nation. That is the label. Okay. Rock Nation did not sign Normani. S10 signed her to their management. She, you know, the reason why she was invited to the Rock Nation dinner is because she's a part of S10 management, but she's not a part of Rock Nation themselves. But because it's the subsidiary, she kind of has ties to the artists in there. So we could expect some collaborations maybe with a couple of artists in that area too, because they're all kind of in the same circle. Same thing with Jay Park on the K-pop side. He was recently signed to Rock Nation, but at first his label that he had, I forget exactly what the label is called, AOMG or something like that. They became a subsidiary of Rock Nation. And then later on, Jay Park, as an artist himself, was signed to Rock Nation. It didn't happen all at once, but again, he was always kind of in that circle with the Jay-Z's and the Kanye West and all of those people because of the fact that um, his label that he had was kind of parented by Rock Nation. But there we go. Dinah, okay, I learned my she doesn't get it together with her pitch as a solo artist. I'm going to fucking scream. Oh my gosh. No, 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 no. That is annoying as hell. I don't like that. I don't know why the hell. Okay. I thought all the ringers were off in my house. But anyway. Wait a minute. So something about her label movement. Ali is signed with the Will. I don't. Dang, your house phone is loud because there's like 5 phones and there's like 3 of them are downstairs, so they're all ringing like loudly. I thought I turned the ringers down though because honestly, there's nobody really even calling this number. This is a brand new number, so it's like literally just like telemarketers. Um, I thought Dinah was signed to Maverick a long time ago. I thought it was 2. I thought it was 2 albums. I thought, yeah, no, it's 2 albums, not 3. Because they were signed for 5. They did Reflection, 727, and the self-titled, and I think there's 2 left that they have to do. That's why I think I was watching a little bit of the Incoming and their video about it, and they were saying that you know, they could technically record. Each of them could record a solo album because they're all like signed under like separate deals and something like that. Anyway, um, Tara went with her when she went to Zendaya's event. That's somebody who hasn't been around for a while. Zendaya in the music scene anyway. Like she's been around, obviously she's been in like movies and stuff, but I kind of miss Zendaya in music. Anyway, who is Tara? Yeah, no, please tell me who was Tara. Five H's manager, Tara. Oh, okay. Oh, is that girl, that lady who was on when they did that interview, that radio interview, and she's like, "Oh, we've only got like 5 minutes with each of the girls. We have to talk about music." Is that the girl? Her? Is that Tara? Okay. I just I just remember her. We've got 5. You got 5 minutes with the rest of the girls. We got to talk about music. I'm like, okay. They all just need a new team. Like, just fire everybody there. Like, Normani, follow Normani's lead and get a new team. Get a new team, and just forget about them other hoes. And apparently, Ali is signed with her boyfriend. Right? She's dating that guy. That's not. That's not the business. Good night. Good night. Normani is still with Sean though. But see, Sean is going to give her some good stuff. Sean is going to give her some good stuff now that she is not with the rest of the. I feel like because he actually is a good like choreographer, dancer, whatever. It's just that he probably knew the skill level of the rest of the girls of Fifth Harmony and did not. No, I feel like he definitely has the skill. I feel like though he wasn't able to do that much with Normani, being with the rest of the group and knowing their skill level. Did you hear the Zendaya and Zac Efron song "Rewrite the Stars"? Is that from that The Greatest Showman movie? I wasn't feeling that, um, but I have not heard it. Skills of he's not original. Kind of true. You know who I would like to see do Normani? And no, not Lorianne Gibson because she is too body cold. And I'm so, and it's so, and my clothes costly. Life for the party. Always get it started. And it's so, and it's so. I got money, got my own due. And I can fuck some cash up if I want to. Fuck it up. Hey, I actually like that song. I'm not even gonna lie. That was only ballroom though. Yeah, no, actually he had to kind of take a little bit of like, you know, direction from Normani when they had to do like the hip hop and stuff. Um Rosario Boy, Bossy is choreographed by Sean. I think it was okay, but it was just like when I saw Bossy's choreo, I was just like, yeah. So Sean did that. Okay, never mind. No, yeah, Normani needs to drop Sean. I I hope that Dinah does not sign to Island Records. They're shady as hell. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm gonna tell her right now. Don't do it. And Lauren may sign to. I mean, I know she has a lot of potential, but there are lots of competitors out there. Do you think she'll make it? Well, I mean, you can't. Why Tinashe's choreographer JoJo? Yes, that is a good one. Yes, I forgot about JoJo. I forgot about JoJo. Hell, even one of these lesser known choreographers could probably do a better job. What you call it? What do you think about Missy directing one of Normani's music videos? I was gonna mention that. I was gonna mention that. I was gonna mention that because let me see, because I had retweeted it and Normani had had kind of shouted. Well, no, I think it was Missy who was like shouting out to like any artist that would want her to like get on a music video and direct it for and like Normani like put the little emoji with her hand up or whatever, and Missy replied to it. She's like, "Oh yeah, let's get into the studio or whatever. Let's make it happen." I'm like, I want to work with Missy Elliott. Damn. Now she's somebody I would work with in a heartbeat. Okay, all the hits that she's written. Um, Even one of these lesser known choreographers, back to Normani. Um, Even one of these lesser known choreographers, like there was this one guy, and I think he just did oh geez, I follow him on Instagram. I just forgot what his name is. It's horrible. Um um why am I okay? When I get on here to Instagram, it's always like a problem. I completely forgot what his name was now. That's a shame. Um it started with an A. Could have sworn it started with an A. Adrian Flores. Adrian Flores. He is a dancer, okay, and he's like fresh, young, energetic, and stuff. Something that Normani definitely needs. And I saw him. He actually is somebody who, um, He just went and danced with Amara Negra. And when she did her performances, I think she was in either Miami or New Orleans or something. And he actually did, it was a cool job. She was able to easily sing and dance and stuff, but I've seen him do stuff on his own, and he is and he is actually really talented. Like he's really cool. Um, so I feel like she needs to go with somebody like him, somebody that's going to be like as energetic and hardworking as she is, that's going to actually pay attention to her skill level and everything that she can do, and push her to do things that she's maybe not as comfortable doing, stuff like that. Now, not Stefania. Oh, I know who that is. Somebody has a question for me. Do you have any artist that you like so much, and what are you inspiration to make music? Somebody asked me that question in my last live stream, but I will answer it again. Um, Artists that I really like, obviously, I love JoJo. JoJo is like, and it's one of the only concerts that I've been to has been a JoJo concert, and I absolutely loved it. Her Mad Love tour, it was amazing. It was just great. Um, JoJo, Brian McKnight, probably one of the very first male singers that I got into. Just because, like, I don't know, I kind of fell in love with the tone of his voice. It's very smooth, very, and you can kind of tell if you listen to Need You, it's very, Jesus. If you listen to Need You, um, some of the things that I do with my voice is very like Brian McKnight ish. I've noticed the more that I listen to it. Um, let's see. Who else? I mean, there's so many different artists. There's so many different artists that I really, really like, but those are like just two of the main. Brandy, of course. Brandy, I love Brandy. Um, JoJo's Mad Love album was so underrated. It was so good. And it was like ridiculous how like, I mean, it did get on to one of these magazines like most like the best albums of 2016. But then again, like I was just like, huh, like nothing was really done after that, and it was such a good album. But because of the fact that she's no longer has like the pull that she used to have when she was like 14, 15. Not everybody, like not too many people are checking for her, but she has too much competition. Yeah, but she can squash the competition. Like it honestly, it's about, you know, the promotion. And then she's on a label. I mean, I don't know what they're really doing with her. Well, she's on Atlantic and they signed Cardi B. Right. Wait, she's with Atlantic now, right? She's with the, yeah. And that bad baby chick. I'm just like, why? No. Who's on her level besides Kendall? Exactly. Like she really doesn't have that kind of competition. Like as much as people want to say yes, but I mean, there was literally no song that I don't like on Mad Love. I don't even have. Do I even have a favorite song? I don't even think I have a favorite song on my Mad Love because the whole album is just great. And there was like, really feel good songs, like put you like in a good mood. There was some sexual sensual songs, like, oh my gosh, that edibles, and what's the other one? Oh god, what is it called? Oh god, I'm so upset that I forgot the name of it. I was singing it earlier because I was listening to it in the car. I literally listen to Mad Love like every day, and it doesn't make any sense that I forgot the name of the song. um like this. He told me that he liked this, he liked this. He wanted to get time with me like this. Let me say, that song is hot. High Heels, probably one of the best songs ever. Oh my gosh, High Heels. She goes off. I was just like, that album was just too good. It was like a good mixture of like some house music, some EDM, some good R&B music, some good great R&B. Like there was so many like, it took you here and there, and that's what an album is supposed to do. And I really loved the Mad Love album for that specifically. And it's just it was everything. Now going back to this, I was Wait, isn't worth it to for her? For who? Have you listened to the High Road, JoJo? Of course I have. I love. Oh, Coming for You is probably one of my favorite songs on that album. You know I'm coming for you. Worth it to pop for her? Not for Dinah. Dinah, to me, like I said in the past, Dinah has the kind of voice that can really literally like fit onto any track. She sings the hell out of Worth It. Um, and I like her on that song, honestly. I like her leading that song at the end. Give it to me. How are you? What have you been up to lately? Well, if you don't know, my K-pop fan in the comments. I released my single last week. It's called Need You. If you don't know about it, it's been posted everywhere, and it's on Apple Music and Spotify. So stream it if you can, if if you have the time. Um, and I am currently working on a new song, a collaboration. I don't want to say too much about it because it's not technically like my song. But there was a rapper that I met. It's been like a year and a half maybe at this point because it was around the summertime. Actually, it was around the fall or winter. It was like around the fall. We met in one of my first shows in 2016. We met in Baltimore, and her name is Jackie Bad. I don't know if you guys know, like follow like like kind of lesser known local artists, but she's like real dope. Like I like her a lot. Like her vibe, I catch her vibe. I caught it as soon as she got up there on stage. Like I really liked what she was talking about and everything. Like she actually has a real story to her and stuff. She doesn't just talk about random bull crap and stuff. And she has a cute little family, her man and her child. I like their posts on Instagram and stuff. Like she's actually a really cool person. And I was like really like after I released my single, I think my mother like reached out to her or something and then she hit me up on Instagram and she's like, "Oh, we need to do a collaboration. I liked your song and stuff." And I was like, "Really? Oh my gosh!" So I she sent me a couple of beats and she wants me to do a little bit of writing to at least one of them. And she wants me to have, she wants me to be on her album. She's putting out an album this summer. So I'm going to actually be on someone else's album. That's going to be fun for me. And she actually has a bigger following than I do. She did win an MC competition. Like there was like a rap competition in Pittsburgh and last year, and she actually won. So definitely check her out if you don't know who she is. Her name is Jackie Bad at Jackie Bad. I think it's Jackie Bad XO on Instagram. But she's real dope. Like I really liked her, and she has a really cool. Yeah, it's on Instagram. She's at Jackie Bad JACKIE Bad underscore XO. So yes, I did listen to it. Honestly, you did as good as well. I can't wait for your next project. Oh, thank you. Um, I don't know who Joseph is, and I'm not American. Actually, a lot of her fans are in Europe. To be honest, I don't know where you're from, but her last tour, like the Mad Love tour, actually started in Australia and went to Europe and stuff before she came here. She like ended here in the U.S., but she started overseas. So actually, like a lot, like a huge number of people, like a big portion of her fan base is actually overseas. Because honestly, let's be completely honest about this, and this is something that I really want to put out there. US artists a lot of the times are not like really supported that much by people in the US because people in the US want everything for free because we have free download and all that stuff and streams and stuff. So that's all everybody wants. But it's like people over in Europe and people over in Asia and Australia, they buy albums, so they still buy full albums. They still go out and camp out to go to the concerts and stuff, even if they're not like a huge, like a really, really huge artist. You can always count, like if Kelly Rowland went on tour right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, she's probably only gonna really be in Europe. She's really not gonna do that much touring here because she knows she's not gonna make as much money here. Same thing with JoJo. JoJo spent a lot of time over there in Europe and France and all that stuff because she knew that people were following her over there, and then they would pay the money to come out to see her concert. But yeah, yeah. So let me see. Shane Dawson said to JoJo in his podcast he bought tickets for the 727 tour to see, and I think the show was canceled. Shane Dawson, actually, I don't even know why I said his name on this damn live stream because even just saying his name might get my video blocked. Let me stop. But at the same time, um, who is on here talking about Dinah will flop? We're not going to see. I gotta make as my channel grows. We are gonna have to put. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all, okay. You don't have to worry about that. Like, as the channel grows, I'm gonna have to appoint somebody to be a moderator on this damn channel because I don't have time. Really? You are really? You think Dinah is boring? Like, out of everyone in the group, you think Dinah is boring? I mean, I everybody is entitled to their opinion, but I just want to know, like, what about her do you find boring? To me, she's the one on the like that pretty much has the most energy when she's on stage. The most recent ones, like literally, like when they're on stage, Dinah is the only one to me having like the most amount of energy. Like Normani is like a close second, and it's because of the fact that she actually like knows what to do when she's on the stage, and she has good stage direction, and the presence is good. But when it comes to energy, it's like Dinah, and then tied for second is like Normani and Ali, and then Lauren comes in at last because half the time Lauren is not really like she's just going through the motions. But I don't know. She gives me too much force. Want to be Beyonce? I don't see a lane for her. She doesn't have more energy than Beyonce. I don't know. I feel like Dinah is just being Dinah. She's always been that person though. It's just that because of the fact that she was kind of overshadowed by the other person that used to be in the group, she really did not have a chance to really shine ever. She really didn't have a chance to make it known who she is. And she's not trying to be Beyonce. It's just she's just who she is. And if it's somebody that she looks up to who influences her, then I don't see what the problem is about that. To me, it's not like she's trying to be Beyonce. It's that people make that comparison. People compare her to Beyonce because of the hair and because of some of the mannerisms, because of sometimes the way that her voice sounds. But in all honesty, she's kind of nothing like Beyonce. She doesn't really look anything like Beyonce. The only thing that you could say about her that's like redeemable Beyonce quality is the hair, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, her face looks nothing like Beyonce. Her body looks nothing like Beyonce's. I mean, except for the thighs. But I mean, again, it's still like nothing. And then her mannerisms are very different than like it's kind of different. She's, in my opinion, if Beyonce was a little bit more edgier when she was growing up, she would be Dinah. To me, Dinah has a little bit more of an edgier personality than Beyonce ever has had. Um, Beyonce, she had all of her personalities on stage. With Dinah, you get the same thing off stage too, and that's what I really liked about Dinah is that her energy shows even when she's not on stage. With Beyonce, you kind of get like a little bit more of a laid back kind of personality. Obviously, when she's working, it's a different stance. When she's working, when she's on stage, when she's enjoying herself, yeah. To me, it's like Dinah, to me, she has the same, like, you're gonna get Dinah on and off stage. On stage with Beyonce, you get Sasha Fierce. Off stage, you get Beyonce. It's like a different person. With Dinah, she doesn't have to channel any kind of, you know, alter ego. She's just who she is. But in real life, you know, Dinah is like that party girl. She likes to go out and she likes to have fun. With Beyonce, yeah, she's a little bit more of an introvert. And I'm just saying, yeah, I don't see what she would do as an artist. She seems like she's not authentic or individual to me personally. I haven't been sparked by her. That's fine. You know, I can see why, you know, I can see she kind of has a lot of qualities of many different artists. And so it's kind of like, um a jack of all trades but master of none situation, and that she has a lot of qualities about her that would make her a really good artist, and she has the potential. But at the same time, there are so many different artists that kind of carry like parts of her archetype, that they're like more people are going to be more interested in a certain artist that carries one archetype rather than somebody who carries one of, like, who carries like multiple archetypes into their own. But see, me, I like that because I like versatility in artists. I feel like she's going to be able to go here and here and here and here all at the same time and still make it sound good and still be able to entertain you. Maybe that is what is what it is. She needs to find her niche. For me, that's Linda Norman. That's Linda, like Normani. Like Normani is an amazing dancer, but as much as I live for Normani, her vocals never impress me much. True. But you know what? Yeah, no, I think that Dinah is gonna have something for everybody to that's gonna she's gonna I feel like she's gonna surprise people. I feel like she might come with something that nobody has ever heard her do or something. To me, Dinah has always been that person that kind of fits in between in the group. And we're talking when there was still five of them. She was always that person that kind of was there, and you saw her, but you didn't really know where she fit. I can see why people really don't know know much about Dinah. Like, they don't really know if she's gonna be like successful, as mostly because of that. But honestly, she's arguably the best vocalist in Fifth Harmony, even when Camila was in there. And I never even put her on the top of the list, let's be honest. Um, Yeah, no, we all have different opinions. But see, that's the reason why we come on here and we chat about it, because, you know, we can all still be cool at the end of the day while disagreeing on these topics. But yeah, no, okay, so this person says, true, Normani's vocals are not that impressive, but I think she'll carve out her own little space. True. Are you excited about Normani going on Fallon? Yeah. If any of the girls' fault is because of bad management, but if you're gonna say X is just, I think he's just being like general. So when he says like X, like algebra, like plug it in a name here, insert name here. It means for any artist. He's saying like if any of the girls flop is because of bad management. If you're gonna say X will flop because she don't have personality, um, I feel like Lauren is gonna be overhyped. Yeah, as well. There's always gonna be a Michelle Williams. Just saying. Don't come for Sister Michelle. Don't do it. Don't do it. Waiting in the moment, breathless, faded. I just like thought about Tinashe, and that just means that I need to do a Tinashe reaction. Okay, so what you're not going to sit here and do is mock them by calling them Fourth Harmony or Four Harmony. Please stop doing that because we don't do the same. Like I don't call Camila Canola or credit card or any of that stuff that other people have called them. So don't disrespect this channel by calling them Fourth Harmony. We already know what it is. Like, because to me, that's just a little bit disrespectful. We can disagree without being disrespectful. Because we already know, like, that's just another way for people to mock them because they're a four-member group that happen to be called Fifth Harmony. It is what it is. Uh, you spelled both of their names wrong. Oh, stop. She did though. He did, or they did. He said Diana. I think there was an autocorrect because sometimes when I put, well, no, actually now my phone knows about Dinah, but before when I put Dinah, it used to autocorrect as Diana if I wasn't careful. Does we all know? We all know. I'm not even going to talk about possibly repairing the relationship because I don't care if they are friends again. I just want music. I just want good music. If even if Camila puts out good music, I'm going to listen to it. But at this point, I haven't heard anything that I really like, genuinely like. So that's the reason why I have not. But I really couldn't care less if any of them are friends. Okay, this isn't freaking Teletubbies. Okay, we're not here to make friends. We're here to make music. And I really couldn't care less if any of them are friends. At the end of the day, if they're making good music, I will listen to it. I will review it, and this channel will continue to grow. Well, girls are just not with Camila. I mean, again, I don't really care if they're friends. It's like again, everybody is so like and it's nothing to you guys at all. Like if you follow them like on a more close level, fine. But I'm just not that person. I really couldn't care less about what they have going on in their personal life as far as if they're like friends or not. I don't care who they're friends with. If they're making good music, if they are doing what they're supposed to do in their careers and not wasting everybody's time and not wasting space. And that's also something that I want to also go through. There are a lot of artists out here who are wasting mother effing space in the damn industry that just need to go and sit down and can't like get out of your contracts and just go and sit down somewhere, do something else with your life because it makes it harder for other artists like me to actually go in and do something big in the industry when there's other artists who are just literally taking up space, who have zero talent, who really just have no real redeemable qualities and are boring as hell and really just aren't fit for the industry that yet they have record deals and they can get all this money for whatever they need to do. I'm just like there's so many artists like that in the industry right now. Some of them are out here and on the radio every 5 seconds. I'm just like, why and how? And then yet you have all of these really incredibly talented artists out here who really just can't catch a break, who can't even sell like five CDs on the corner. Like it's really really sad. Okay, oh, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not upset or anything. I'm just like, Lil Pump. Yes, he's another one. And I also don't like that. What's his name? Takashi 69 or whatever his name is. The whole rap game is honestly just a joke now. I'm not really feeling it. I've never heard any of the songs. None of his songs I like. I don't like any of their songs. There's only a couple of rappers out right now that I actually genuinely like and that I like their music. But as of right now, none of these mumble rappers. I really don't like them. Anyway, Holly Scoop and the other channels will stop Camila videos in the Fifth Harmony playlist. They do. I don't like Holly Scoop. But if you think about it, Camila Man is smart by portraying 5H's bullies because she sells more records off of it and 5H is not profiting off of it. It's true. I mean, they're smart. They're just conniving. But people are stupid. I'm sorry, but I hate to say it, but people really are like kind of dumb because before I'm gonna get on the bandwagon of anybody, anybody's coattails or ride anybody's coattails, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna do my own research. I'm gonna actually look into something. I'm gonna actually have my own thoughts about a situation before I just automatically stick to one side. And what I've seen up until now is that like nothing really leans towards either side in my opinion. Nothing leans towards the girls being bullies and nothing leans towards Camila being the real reason why. And it's honestly more evidence it supports the one side, as in like Camila having like a lot to do with the reason why they're having all of this extra issues going on with them, more so than them being bullies and them because none of them seem like, first of all, none of them seem like they would give a damn about what's going on with her, and secondly, none of them seem like that kind of a person. In all honesty, like they, you never really. But again, it's only face value. We don't really see what goes on behind the scenes, so nobody can really actually make a complete conclusion. But then you got people out here who claim that they know what the hell they're talking about and who know everything. And oh, yeah, this happened because of this. I'm just like, stop putting information out there because there's going to be somebody out there who believes it. And now we see there's a whole bunch of people believing the bull crap about, 5H being bullies and all this stuff. And I'm just like, go on, head. Um, Nikki needs to come back to save the industry. I mean, yeah. Watch the JoJo and the Fifth Harmony split. I've seen that. Yeah, no, she is the one that keeps talking about them though. Like every single time, and now we got this person who's coming out saying that they're like an insider, talking about that Camila wants them to apologize and all that stuff, and calls them hypocrites and saying that she felt vindicated. I'm like, girl, save the SAT words for somewhere else, like for somebody else. Calm down. Um, I just like no. Manufactured handgun. Oh, stop, Zuby tease. Yeah, I don't get why people always be coming up talking about some damn um oh yeah, Camila is such a sweet person and all that stuff when they've only known her for like a month. Like when what's his name? Kelly um put out that statement talking about like he knows Camila, she's telling the truth about all of this and stuff. And I'm like, boy, you only knew who she was like a month or so before you recorded that stupid song. Didn't she get exposed for being a racist? We're getting a little bit sidetracked, guys. I really don't want to be talking about that girl on this video. I really don't. I really don't because I don't care. It's just everybody else is kind of bringing it up. I really wasn't going to go into that direction, but of course, every single time we get on here, somebody has to get up here and start talking about her. We can move on. Let's move on. I'm going to push shuffle on my phone and see what song it plays. Why? Because I don't know. Maybe it'll give me an idea. Let's see what it is. Never mind. It was High Speed Chase by Tinashe. That means I'm gonna. That must be That's a sign because before I sang Bated Breath, and now, and now she's coming up on shuffle. That means I need to do a Tinashe video. Siri don't know what I like. This is a new phone. Hmm. With Wall Street. My mother got me this case in New York. It's not gonna last though. I gotta get me like a really good case because I'm not trying to have this phone break. Did you hear her new song? I actually did not get to hear it. I wanna hear it though, even though I'm not crazy about Future, and he's been on one of her tracks before. I don't know why she's, like, teaming up with the same stupid people. I don't wanna hear I don't wanna hear all of that. I really I like Zara Larsson Zara Larsson says she's working on music. Yes. Oh, she's got another new one? Honestly though, what is your favorite song from the So Good album? I get high all the time. I get drunk on my mind. Call you at 5 in the morning. I actually really like Too Good for Me. I've actually never heard Havana. Oh my god. Oh my god. I wish I was you. You've never heard it? You've never heard I am so upset. I wish I was somebody who has not heard that song. Literally every single time I get in my car. Like, and it's annoying because whenever I get in my car, it takes a minute for the Bluetooth to activate. So my music doesn't come on right away. Half the time I get in my car, Havana, oh, na, na, Havana, like it's on. It's on. I have never got like it's never been a day has gone by that I have not heard that song somewhere. Payola. Every time I turn on the radio, I'm getting force fed that damn song. Listen, I'm telling you right now, this shit is irritating as hell. That Thai dollar sign in Greek Wisconsin is so bad. Greek Wisconsin. I actually kind of like Ty Dolla Sign. He's all right. But I like Too Good for Me. Yes, that's probably one of my favorite songs on there. I also really like Make That Money Girl. Make that money. Make that money, girl. Make that money. I actually kind of like that song. I'm not even gonna lie. The beat is hot on it. The bass, that 808 goes. I was like, oh gosh, yes. No, I really like that. Um, let me see. Like honestly, I like the like majority of the album I really like. Although that Only You song, I'm not feeling that first line. She's like, I don't want to shower, like even if I stink, because I don't want to wash you off. I'm just like, that's disgusting. Like, no, that's too much. I did not hear Cardi B's new album, and I don't think I'm ever gonna listen to it because I don't like Cardi B. I'm just gonna be honest about that. She's not somebody that I really care to listen to. Even my mother and I were talking about it. She's like, I don't even like Nicki Minaj, but I would listen to Nicki Minaj over Cardi B, and that's what she said. And yeah, no, she's somebody who's never liked Nicki Minaj, but the one thing she can't take away from Nicki is that she has bars. But yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. I don't know if I will. I know the reason why I remember the line because I probably wouldn't have remembered it if it didn't come on shuffle this morning when I was in the shower. Only You came on. I was like, oh no. Kehlani and SZA feature on the album was good. Okay, I heard Cardi admitted to having a ghostwriter. Do you think artists should write their own songs? Here's the thing. Um, hi. Here's the thing. I'm not opposed to artists having, writers on their album, but then don't try to make it seem like you're writing your own stuff, like have them on the credits as a writer. Even if they, generated one line or something, include them. Um, I feel though rappers have it a little bit more difficult because I'm used to rappers who used to write their own stuff, who were good at freestyling and everything else. Like I grew up with those types of rappers. So it's kind of weird growing like being around rappers now that depend on other people to write their verses when in actuality hip hop and rap it was a way to express yourself, express your own feelings through the music and stuff, which singers do the same thing. But with singers, we can also depend on our vocal skills to get us through. But when it comes to like speaking, I feel like in poetry, especially, you don't want to ever steal anybody else's poems. Like you don't like when you do spoken word, you're spoken word, spoken of your own words, not somebody else's. And I feel like rap kind of falls into the same category. But at the same time, it kind of has gone south with that to that aspect because there's so many rappers that use ghostwriters, and it's kind of sad. But I really, um, like South Korea rappers write their own for the most part. For the most part, there's a couple of them who actually have not. Um, I don't listen to Zico because he's problematic, but I know me know. I do There are a lot of the South Korean rappers are problematic in my opinion. That's the reason I really don't listen to them unless they're a part of a group like Suga. But it's not hard to rap honestly. It's not easy either because you gotta have the right flow. You gotta know what you're doing. Like, and to me, I'm more attracted to a versatile artist, a versatile rapper. That's the reason why I don't like Macklemore with his elementary bars. See my AMA recap for that reference. Um, Extremely anti-black, homophobic, and etc. Rappers in general, a lot of rappers in general are um, homophobic and transphobic and sexist and a whole bunch of stuff. Like toxic masculinity is like the thing. Oh, Bobby from what's his icon? He's cool. Um, I think it is. Everything has to rhyme, but it's different. It's different. It's different. It's more than just making everything rhyme because at that point, any singer could be a rapper too. But you don't see me rapping on a track. I first of all, I hate the sound of my voice, my speaking voice. So I don't think that me being the only song that you can catch me rapping on is the very first song that I ever released, and that's because it wasn't originally my song. But um, but yeah, no, it's not. Um, Migos suck. Oh yeah, they do. I'm sorry, they do. I don't like Migos. I don't. Um, but anyway, yeah, no. For me, I don't have an issue with it. I just give credit where credit is due. Don't try and take credit for somebody else's like input in your music and stuff in your creation. Because technically, "Need You" was not written by me. And my mother wrote "Need You." My mother wrote "Need You" and a couple of my other songs. "Dreamin'" is by her. "Need You" is by her. A newer song that's not out yet called "Together" is by her, and everything. I'm gonna have 3 songs on this EP that I actually wrote myself. But again, it's not that much of an issue because guess what? She's gonna have the writer's credits. She's gonna get all the royalties from those songs because she's the one who wrote them and she's the one who actually produced them. So like, it is what it is. But again, um, let me see. But see, for somebody who battle raps, that's something that comes natural to you. You can literally freestyle on a track on a track in the studio, and it actually comes out good. A lot of these other rappers, they have to literally sit down and come up with like really like intricate ways of how to explain something, and then they use all these metaphors and stuff. They're trying to be literary analysts and all that. Uh, but well, Cardi B, be careful. It's like 20 songwriters. That's a little excessive. To me, you don't need 20 people to write one song. If you sitting there, you put one word on the paper, you're not getting a credit on one of my songs. I'm telling you right now. It's not happening. But I'm not gonna sit up there and even use writers like that. Like if you want to write me a song, okay, write me a song and I'll give you the credit for that song. Um, but and if we're writing together, if I gave majority of on that, I'm taking majority of the credit. Um, 20 people for one song, that's crazy. I look at things sideways when I see like 5 or 6 people on one song. It don't take that many people to write a song, guys. Like, really? Like, come on. Resume, I wrote in 15 minutes. And honestly, like, I've been listening to it for the last couple of days, and it's a bop. I love that song. Guys, when Resume comes out, I really need you guys seriously, like, I don't know if, because we're trying to decide on what we want to release next as a single. Um, because there's one song that's like a ballad, and there's another one that's kind of like a trappy, smooth R&B kind of track. So we're wondering which one we should actually release. Um, but I was kind of talking to my mother about it this morning. I was like, um, I don't think that we should release a ballad as a single. That's not something that has been done. Like, unless your name is Adele or Sam Smith, I really don't know if you can really get away with putting a ballad out as a single, especially with me, who's not a really known artist. People want to be able to kind of groove to it. And the ballad song, doesn't really pick up until after the first verse. It's a really good song though, and it's a song that she wrote many years ago in like 2000. No, 2000. No, she wrote that in like 1994 or something. When I was born, she wrote that song. Um, and I just, I want to be sure that the music that put out as singles are actually going to draw up a little bit of buzz, or, and actually make people like me as an artist before they get into the deeper portions of me. But yeah, so I'm leaning towards that. There's also this like really cool like EDM-ish kind of song, but I have to wait on that one because there's some issues with that. I have a lot of things that I have to work on. But I did want to start putting out the music so that you guys know at least that I'm working on it. So yeah. What do you think about Dinah and the PSA tour? If you want to know how I feel about Dinah and the PSA tour, just watch my last few videos. Um, I talk in detail about that. Have you thought about doing a few covers to draw more attention to your channel? Yes, I have. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can. I have to think about the songs that I really wanna cover, though. I have a question. How do artists get paid? Oh god, why can't you have an awesome voice? The problem with it is that I need it's just ugh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I was trying not to be a cover artist, and that's the thing. I don't wanna get caught up in it. I mean, a lot of people do covers, but me, I'm, like, so focused on doing my own music that I don't wanna mess it up for myself. I feel like once I start getting into doing covers, then that's all I'm gonna do, and I don't wanna do that. Um, and honestly, my voice is just not that great right now. It's doing craziness, and I have to really figure out what's going on. Now, are you doing Little Mix reactions in the future? Yes, I am. I will be doing some Little Mix as soon as I can. Okay, so you wanna know how do artists get paid and when? It depends on what you're actually what you're getting paid for. Um, More instant money comes around when you sell concert tickets and you make money from that. You make a profit from that after paying everybody that you need to pay. I mean, it's the same thing with albums, but with album sales, you constantly kind of get revenue as long as people are buying your album or streaming it on streaming sites, or or you're making like appearances and stuff, and you get money for that. Your more instant money is going to come from making like public appearances. Um, and that's like money that you don't necessarily have to pay to anybody else. Maybe just like your hair and makeup team if you have one, and then that's it. When it comes to albums and sales and stuff like that, usually it goes by a quarterly basis, so you get paid at the end of each business quarter, and it's just different. It varies from every company if you're signed to a label, um, and you know, but so you produce your own song? Yes, I did. Well, I mean, I worked with a team, well, a team of 3, me, my mom, and our engineer, who also, plays as well. So it's literally just like a small team. Like we don't have to worry about, and that's the thing. Like with me being an independent, I feel like I want to stay independent for as long as I can to make as much as I can. Um, oh gosh, I need a June Starry music video lately. Listening to Spice Girls at DC. Oh, oh gosh. Okay. Um. So okay. So this Ben or Bond person, I have a song called "Need You." It's on Spotify. It's on like everything. Like if you watch any one of my videos, it's like my intro to like a lot of people. Honestly, well, I'm gonna go to this. A lot of people didn't know that my intro was my actual song. Literally since the beginning of this channel, that song has been around, and I just released it this year. So you guys have literally been listening to my music on this channel since last year and didn't know it. Even like some of the things that I like in the background, if you hear like unrecognizable music that you've never heard before, it's original material. I just have not actually put it out yet. Sorry. What the hell? Share link. Okay. My friend is still waiting for. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, TLC had it really bad. Oh God. Wow, $68,000. Shit, I need that. I need to pay off my student loans. I need American GGs now. Listen, maybe, maybe not. I don't think that it's as like as bad as TLC. TLC had it really bad. Like at least like Fifth Harmony did see some money, and they were able to kind of do with it what they wanted. With TLC, there everything was controlled. Like the dancers. That part is true. That part is true. Mm, wait a minute. What's going on? I did not want that there. Oh no. Okay. Sorry. Something popped up in my That is true. He LA Reid was in control of both TLC and Fifth Harmony. That is the funniest thing ever, to be honest. They're still trying to make it seem like Chili slept with L.A. Reid, which a lot of people believed. I'm just like, okay, I guess. I still have some mac and cheese on here, but it's cold now. It's gross. I want more of that smoothie. It's good. It's like mango, peach, and papaya. Okay. Hilarious. So at the end of the day, oh God. At the end of the day, um, they're doing what they have to do now as solo artists, and all we can do is just expect what they are going to bring to us. I don't think they had a lot of control of that. No, they went out there saying, "Oh, we had artistic control and all thought they wanted to sell." Um, and we didn't see that. I didn't see that. And then when I went to look at the credit, they're like, "Oh, we got to write on this album. We wrote these songs, and we're gonna give them to you, and it's more authentic and all this stuff and rainbows and sunshine and flowers." And then you go and look at the damn credits for the songs that they say that they wrote on, and their names are literally at the bottom of the list. It's like they order them, and I noticed this too. They order them, I think, by how much they actually wrote on the track. And then why is it that every time we see one of their names on there, they're like towards the bottom of the list of people that wrote on the song in a list of like 10 people? I'm just like, they didn't have as much control as they were portraying, as they were saying that they did. To me, I feel like they really just they said they have more control, but they didn't say 100%. True, but in the way that they were saying it is like they really had a lot more. Like they were yeah, all they were was a part of the production process. To me, they didn't really have any control. Forget like having not all of it. They didn't have any, in my opinion. Feel like they wrote other songs, but they didn't make it. Probably. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. LA Root was with TLC. Yeah. Okay. History lesson for those of you who are too young, maybe, to know about it. I was technically too young too. I was like 4 or 5 when they had their stuff going down. Actually, younger than that. But TLC was with LaFace Records. It used to be called LaFace Records back then. I think, yeah, was it LaFace? Oh God, what was it called? Well, I know that him. It was him, and it was Pebbles. Hmm, excuse me. Yes. So they first signed with LaFace Records. Like they were the original, and they were kind of instrumental in ruining a lot of artists' careers back then. It was really, really bad. And like they ruined a lot of careers. I mean, why do you think like they signed artists like Pink too? Pink was also signed to LaFace, and she quickly left. She got out of there as fast as she could because they were trying to portray her as this like ghetto white chick. And that's not who she was. Yeah, she was from Philly, but she wasn't that girl like that. She had a softer side, and she wasn't like the rebel, rebellious, like ratchet chick that they wanted her to be. And she sang R&B music her first album, and she really didn't want that. She wanted a mixture. She wanted to be like that rocker kind of person, which is who she kind of became after she left. But it's kind of bad. um Babyface is yeah, Babyface did have a lot of to do with, see, since there's people that I know that know Babyface, I really can't talk that much about him. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, right. Yeah, they know him, but I don't really care. Yeah, no, he has spoofed a lot of people too. I mean, he's like duped, spoofed. He duped a lot of people. But yeah, the whole point. of it is that LA Reid has kind of been the center of a lot of issues with some artists, and they want to keep it alleged and all that stuff, but honestly, it's just if like 20 people are saying that you're a swine, I mean, at that point you may as well just get in the mud and roll around and oink and snort. Um, but and it's funny because then LaFace it closed down and stuff. Like one of the last artists to really like make it out of LaFace was it what Missy Elliott or something. Um, but again, it was a part of Sony, and it all kind of goes back to Sony Music. It was all, yeah, it was all kind of like it was all a part of it, a part of Sony. Um, so you had a lot of like, let me see, who else was in there? LaFace included. Tony was in LaFace, okay? Because LaFace was a gosh, I'm like trying to get this right before I actually um LaFace was formed, and I mean, you like hear the word LaFace and you think LA, the law, and Babyface, the face. LaFace is the joint venture between the two of them. So that's where LaFace comes from. So it's basically literally is Babyface and LA Reid's record label. That's their company. Um, and they kind of, to me, it just kind of went left. It kind of went left. The artists that were in there, they became popular, but then it was like, oh, it was gone. People like Shantae Moore was even in LaFace at one point. TLC, Usher was signed to LaFace, I believe, at one point. Sierra started with LaFace. Remember the one two set? Um, oh God, at the end, Missy Elliott. It's a LaFace production or something like Jazzy Faye production, and Jazzy Faye was a producer who worked with LaFace. So it's that too. Um, Tony Braxton, obviously, and there was a couple of other Pink. I said Pink. Outcast was also signed to LaFace, I believe, at one point. I think then they went to like the sister company, which was Arista. But yeah, so like a lot of really like well-known people back in that time were signed to it. But you know, did you listen to Dinah Jane's song "Snippet" with Marquis Bass? No, I did not. People keep on asking me. I have not listened to it. I'm gonna wait until it comes out. I'm not the type of person that will like sit and listen to a snippet because I feel like it's a tease. Even though I posted snippets all up on my channel for my song, but see, I'm not Dinah Jane. I don't have a name. I have to do as much as I can to hustle to get people to listen to my music. Um, who was Aaliyah with? She was with what? Blackground before she died, or her first album was produced by a different. She was produced by a different. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Sorry. Yes. Her first label was Blackground. I had to go search it this time around. I had to search it. Usually I know like this stuff off the top of my head. But she was first with Blackground, I think, and then she was with Jive and Atlantic, and then she was with Virgin. She ended with I think Virgin Records. Um I think that's how it went. No, no. Yes, she was Blackground, and then she went with went to Jive, and then Atlantic, and then she ended with Virgin. Good, good. I'm glad that I remember that. But yeah, Blackground. Guess what? Blackground is shady as hell because they blocked Aaliyah's music. Guess who else they blocked? JoJo. They blocked her first two albums. You cannot find it anywhere. If you don't have it already, I'm sorry, you can't get High Road and the first JoJo album. You can't get them anywhere. So Blackground, we already know what they're about. I didn't even know that they were still around. Are they even still around? Hold on, let me see. I don't even think that they're like around right now. Was an independent? No, they're not. Um, Now they're under Reservoir Media Management. Okay, yeah. So we can expect that their artists, which they didn't really have that many artists, because even at one time, Tony Braxton was signed to Blackground, and look what happened to her album. That was the album that made her go bankrupt back in 2000. I was like in the early 2000s or something. JoJo released two albums with them, her first and second album, and that's no longer available. Okay. Aaliyah's album, she did her whole thing was through them, but it was under subsidiaries, I think. Because she may have been signed to Jive and Atlantic and whatever, but at the same time, she was still signed to Blackground. She just did like other things with the other labels, and Jive was also just like a subsidiary. I think it was a subsidiary of Blackground because Jive was technically R. Kelly's record label, which I don't even know if that's still around. I'm not even going to talk about R. Kelly. I don't know. It's very very convoluted. Ugh. No, but see, they don't really think about the long run of anything. They are more concerned about the here and now, and if they can make more money by the end of this quarter by pushing this artist forward, we're going to do that. And if this other artist comes up behind them and is actually, drawing up more buzz, forget about this artist that we have been promoting this entire time. We're going to promote this new artist because this new artist is going to get us some more profit. This artist right here is going to be the star of the show, and they're going to overshadow the other artists. So we're going to drop this other artist here that's been with us for years, and we're going to support this new artist because why? During expression said that Camila. Yeah, I saw the video and I actually agreed with him that Camila is growing at a very very fast rate, and it's kind of bad for an artist to grow that fast. That yeah, for them to really like rise up that quickly, it's kind of dangerous because at the end of the day, people are. It's like a fad thing. It's like a passing phase. Um, you know that people their attention spans are very short. And, when certain things happen on the internet, we see that all the time with viral videos and viral stories. Something happens and it takes control of the internet, and then 2 weeks later, it's like a thing of the past, and nobody can even recall the name of the person whose video went viral or what the video was even about. It's kind of like that. You hear about iHeartRadio. What happened to iHeartRadio? What do I have to roast them for now? I mean, the last time was about talking about some Little Mix and Fifth Harmony, the only girl groups around. What is it now? What is it this time? Then as a worldwide hit, but no one's going to remember it. No, because it's not a song that's completely timeless. iHeartRadio is bankrupt. Ooh, payola don't pay. Ooh, ooh. Ee. You better call karma, let her in, 'cause karma's a bitch. Yeah. No, I can't even go up there right now. I've been talking too much. Karma is a bitch. that I have on speed dial. So yes, good. They owe like $10 billion. That's what happens when you don't manage yourself right. When you make stupid comments. Cardi B is already gold. Doesn't make sense to me. Because Cardi B is a popular artist and everybody wants to listen to the album, I guess. People actually do support her. So I won't be surprised if Cardi B, if her album goes platinum. You know, it's because of Bodak Yellow. True. Yeah, which honestly, Bodak Yellow was not that great of a song. I don't know why everybody likes it. Because the beat, that's pretty much it. Like, there's nothing about Bodak Yellow that really screams like her actual sales right now. Yeah. Oh. Party Cardi. I don't really know. I don't really care. I'm about to go though, guys, because I've been on here for over 2 hours, and I'm like a little sleepy and thirsty, and I have to text. Gotta text Bae. Stop. Yeah, yeah, right. Not Bae. Hold on. All right. I don't know why anybody's calling anybody for sales. Like I said in many other videos, people are not selling like they used to because we have these streaming sites and we have, people pirating music, putting it on YouTube, putting it everywhere, and putting it on SoundCloud, and just doing whatever they can to not have to pay money. Um, it's not the same, and that's the reason why artists have to charge so much for their tours in order to generate some kind of profit, so that they don't owe their record labels millions of dollars. You know, people only care about singles and recycle new ones to get a hit. Well, I agree with what a lot of Beyonce says. So no one cares about albums anymore. Nobody does, no. And then when somebody does put out an album, only like one or two songs are good on the album. It's just like there I can count on one hand how many albums I listened to last year that I actually liked every single song on it. Even with the Zara Larson album, a lot of songs were good, yeah, but I didn't connect with every single song on that album. Um, Let me see. That didn't come out last year, but I'm just saying, like, as an example. Um, I liked every song on Mad Love and The War. uh, there was even a song I wasn't really there's songs that not everybody was even crazy about on the self-titled album. A lot of songs on the self-titled album were not that great compared to earlier songs from previous albums. But it is what it is. It is what it is. People don't really take out a lot of time for these albums anymore, and it's really sad. uh, you know when we don't It's honestly because of the culture. Culture has changed. More people are more again, people don't have the attention spans they used to sit there and listen to an entire album without getting bored of listening to the same artist. Especially now we have these streaming sites like Pandora and Spotify in which you can shuffle play your favorite artists on the station or whatever, and it always switches to a different artist and we digitally incline. Nobody had, you don't pop in a cassette tape or a CD anymore. Um, to listen to a full album. When you got a CD or you got a cassette, you listen to the whole album. Now, for the cassette, you definitely had to listen to the whole album. Definitely had to be good for a cassette or a record player because you couldn't push the skip button. You had to sit there and listen to the whole thing because there was no, you could go like forward backwards, but then you risk the chance, you like risk the chance of damaging it because the little like the film on the inside would come out and it would mess up the player, so you couldn't keep on rewinding and fast forwarding to the songs that you like. You literally had to sit there and listen to the whole album. The whole album had to be good, and if it wasn't, then you just threw it in the trash or went to go take your money back or whatever. But then CDs were introduced, and CDs, you still had to listen to the whole album, but there were songs that you liked and songs that you didn't like, and you could push the skip button to go to the next song if you didn't like the one song on the album, whatever. But now for digital download, you only have to download the songs that you want if you really, really want to listen to them. And with Spotify, you can load whatever songs you want to in a playlist and only listen to those songs. And so it just doesn't, and so like I feel like it provides less motivation for a lot of artists to actually go into the studio and make a really, really like in-depth, really good album. A lot of artists really just don't take out the time anymore to do it because they know that, if I'm known for this type of music, if I'm known for this type of song, they're not going to listen to the rest of this stuff. And, I don't really think that I need to make anything else worthwhile on this album. Make everything sound the same. Make everything sound like this one song here because I made all my money off of this one song. It's really, really sad. It's really sad. I actually really like, um unless you're white, music won't play as much of never heard a truer statement in my life. No, that's so seriously. That's so seriously. That's so serious. That's so serious. That's true. It's kinda true. It's kinda true, or unless your name was The Weekend. But, he's in question. Um, but only had 1.4 million views on YouTube. Perfect, right? I actually do like Perfect. Perfect is a beautiful song. I thought that it would do so much more because to me, it sounds like everything that everybody else is listening to as far as, music goes, the style. But you gotta also look at the fact that Love Lies is, like, from a soundtrack for a movie that I don't even know who's actually going out to see Love, Simon. Is anybody going to see Love, Simon? Because I haven't. I was just like, I don't know if I really even wanna go see it, even though Keenan Lonsdale is in it. He's probably in there for, like, 2 seconds, and then that's it. Like, he's not even on the cover art for the movie, and I'm just like, some other black guy is on there with some big hair, some afro or something. I thought that Keenan Lonsdale was gonna be more of a, I mean, but it's not like I would go there to see it for him, but at the same time, like, I thought that he had, like, a bigger role in it. I did see that what's her face in it? Alexandra Shipp's ass is on the damn cover. I was like, "Okay," on the poster outside of the theater, hugging on him. I'm like, "Okay, but he's not interested in you." Let me see. We were saying earlier that we really don't want Dinah to rush into making a single. We want her to come into her own as a solo artist first, work around some things, and then put it out. See, everybody else has already kind of done, stuff that they wanted to do. We haven't really gotten that much from Dinah from apart from the rest of the group. Lauren has had her couple of singles. Normani had her covers that she was doing. Dinah really has not put out that much. That All To You song that leaked accident that kind of leaked, it wasn't even like something that I would really see her doing, and it honestly sounded like Cater to You. Lauren music's oh, stop it. Oh god. I didn't wanna say it, but I love Lauren, but I didn't like those I didn't like the only song that I like that Lauren has put out, to be honest, is Back to Me. I wasn't messing with strangers like that, even though like I did like it when I but the more I listened to it, I'm just like, why did I buy this song? I'm really not feeling it. And like, I'm not crazy about Halsey's voice as it is, and hearing her on the song makes it worse. All Night honestly should not have seen the light of day. I'm sorry, but I'm really not crazy about All Night either anymore. Like after listening to it, and I even said it during my review of the song, I was like, I don't see myself. I don't know if I'm going to be listening to this after this video, and I really have not like after I saw the video, I just really didn't care about the song anymore. I really didn't. Um, Don't sleep on Latino. Don't sleep on the Latin artists, the Mexican artists, and people from down in America. They got some voices and they got some like real good stage presence and stuff. When I watched the the Latin AMAs, and when I watched yes, they were killing it. They know how to perform. They know how to do their thing. I love it. Although I really need to get into my boy Prince Royce. I need to get into Prince Royce again. I love Prince Royce is like everything. Y son las cosas pequeñas, pequeña, te amo. Y son las cosas pequeñas, un día atrás te extraño. Y la forma de tu mirar. Okay, let me forget. I forgot like the rest of that verse. Who sent me a damn oh. You're gonna see exactly who I've been texting. Probably in like a couple no, in probably the next like 2 months, you're gonna see who I've been texting. Um, because we're going to a theme park and I'm gonna be taking pictures. Doing so much better. Thank goodness. Doing well in Germany. Perfect. True, they should have because everybody was going crazy over the hiatus. They should have announced like when they would be releasing like solo material or something at that very moment. But see now like it's kind of died down. I mean, people are still talking about it, but I mean, most people are like, "Oh, we saw this coming, moving right along." Nobody really cared after like a couple of days. No, like tour dates. Oh, tour dates. It's not like I'm going to see them. I don't have any money to go see them. I'm using my money for more important things. Will we get a part two video for Por Favor? No. I heard when I was getting this done, Por Favor came on the radio. I That was fun. I, this is cover for disbanding. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's a Destiny's Child situation. Like I keep on saying, I hope that it's Destiny fulfilled. I hope that it's Destiny's Child hiatus and not One Direction hiatus that lasts for like 4 or 5 years and they're still not together. Like I really don't want that to happen. Um, Hopefully they at least come back together and do one more like album or something together. They do have to fulfill the contract. They are binded by the contract and they ain't got enough money to buy out them contracts. So I know damn well they're gonna come back and they're gonna do some more. They kind of have to come back. Unless they oh, was it only a year and a half ago? Oh. I don't know why I keep on thinking that they went on hiatus in like 2015 or something. I don't know. I guess because I don't follow them like that, because I really don't give a damn about freaking One Direction, I never cared for them as a group, never liked them. One Direction is to me DC did not need to make another album. They were fine. Like, they were fine. DC honestly did not need to come back if they didn't want to. Like, they honestly wanted to come back together and make another album, but they really didn't need to because they had already sold millions and millions of albums. Uh, Let me see. Destiny Fulfilled is the lowest performing album commercially. I think out of all the albums that they put out, Survivor sold a lot more. They had already sold like about 10 to 15 million copies of their first like second album, The Writings on the Wall, and their first album did well too. They didn't really need to do more after that. No, they didn't. Yeah, no, they didn't finish their contract. I DC didn't fulfill that. I don't like One Direction. I'm sorry. I don't. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, they are like the very definition of white mediocrity because all of them, yeah, I really like they can sing, but so can a whole bunch of other people out here, and they have, like, more talent than them, and they actually, like, do a lot more. They have some stage presence. I've never seen a performance of theirs in which they really, like, do anything. And not to say you have to do an entire, like, dance routine or anything, but I just never got anything from their performances. I don't get it. And especially from me, like, having grown up around like when I was like 13, 14, I was out here listening to Shiny and Super Junior and people like that who were out here killing it with like, big performances and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, Shawn Mendes could have been a member of One Direction. It was like honestly, it is what it is. He can't perform. He can't. It's always the same thing. He starts on his guitar, vein coming out of the side of his neck, and then he goes and like goes into the crowd and doesn't actually interact with anyone, and then he comes back, and then that's the end. It's always the same thing. He is one dimensional, and the only thing that got him, and that's the thing though. A lot of these like stars that came from like Vine and stuff, 7-second videos, what are you really gonna see of somebody in 7 seconds? That's the reason why, like, I think Charlie Puth is like more like he's like more marketable in my opinion because you actually got a chance to see what his actual talent was because he did it on YouTube and he also I don't know, he's just to me he's altogether more talented. He has a nice voice but doesn't really vary music wise. I don't think so. His voice is limited as well because you don't have to have a really wide range to be considered an amazing vocalist. Um, Shawn Mendes always sounds like he's saw. Yeah, that is the perfect description. I'm sorry, I have to agree with you. He does. He sounds like that. He kind of sounds like he swallowed. I never thought about it like that, but I was trying to figure out what, especially when he sings lower, because it's like the extra like hoarseness or something. It's like, I'm hoarse right now, but it's like worse when he sings. I don't know. Sometimes he doesn't have the looks, which is why he isn't popping as much. Yeah, no, and that's really really sad because if you don't look like something from like what let me stop. If you don't look like some kind of twink on Instagram or something, you're really not selling anything. Or if you don't look like some like dude from like this big I don't know, some bodybuilder, then you're not going to really be that marketable. Although Sean, like Ed Sheeran, is definitely no looker, but he's had like a really successful career. But at the same time, yeah, Sean and Ed are like the same person, but like different body. Correction, Shawn Mendes is like Ed, but the .05 version. Oh, stop it. Y'all need to stop it. Stop. He's the prototype. It is what it is. We need to stop talking shit. Ed is boring, but he can sing circles around Sean. I'm not crazy about either one of them, to be honest. With Ed, it always sounds like he's just like talking, like he's like doing that talk sing thing. I just never really get in with him. Never. Whatever. Anyway, look at this. What the hell? Oh, 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 really? I didn't know Ashanti went gold. Oh, on her debut. Oh, I thought never mind. I thought you were talking about her album that she just came out with went gold. Biggest thing, Sean, honestly, Charlie Puth could shot. He could probably sing circles around Sean. Because first of all, he knows how to control his tone when he goes up in those higher notes, especially, and he's not straining when he hits those notes. That's the biggest issue that I have with Sean is that he always strains when he sings up there. But it is what it is. What do you think of Selena Gomez's voice? I don't think of Selena Gomez's voice. Like Whitney Houston. Remember? It's like, what do you think about what do you think of her? What do you think of Mariah Carey? She's like, what do I think of Mariah? I don't think of her. And that's exactly how I think of Selena. I don't think of her. I don't think of her. She doesn't even whisper. I don't know what it is she does, but it's not singing. Charlie Puth's voice is great and I love him. Yeah, I actually kind of got into him. Like, why is she even popular? Because she became friends with the right people. Did you see Lord's IG post? No, because I don't follow fucking Lord. Like Lord? No, no, absolutely not. I don't follow Lord. Gosh. Charlie has better music. I don't get the feeling that I'm listening to the same exact song every single time I listen to one of Charlie's songs. That's also one thing. Every single time I listen to a Shawn Mendes song, if it comes on the radio at some point, I always feel like I'm listening to the same song, whether if it's Stitches or Nothing Holding Me Back or whatever the song is called. Both of those songs sound almost exactly the same. It's like, oh, Jesus. So T Swift's voice is average. True. It is another example of white mediocrity, but we're not going to go there. Luke James can sing short. Well, we know about Luke James. We know about Luke James, but the rest of the world doesn't because guess what? He's black and he's singing the same music that they're all singing, except for the fact that he's black. And they're not going to allow it. They're not going to allow it. They just don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want it. They just don't want it. Well, we can go there too, but I don't really want to go there because I know I have like white subscribers, and I don't want them to think. Well, no, I mean obviously you can't be blind to the facts that there is a stigma surrounding a lot of these artists and a lot of these artists who come out. If they are of a certain race, they may not be as successful. We all know that Luke James is a very talented vocalist and he can sing circles like he literally serves you like old school baby face type of and all these other like really huge Luther Vandross like he gives you that kind of singer and they really just honestly I feel like they wouldn't know what to do with him if he was mainstream. They really would not know what to do with Luke James, and that's the reason for me it's not like let me see. Why is Dua Lipa even popular? I mean, she came out of nowhere. Dua Lipa is very good. Don't come for Dua. I actually have listened to Dua Lipa. I kind of like her. To me, you seem hateful to other artists that are more successful than you. No. I actually really like artists that are you'd be surprised at how many artists that I actually like. I just said that I like Dua Lipa. I just said I like that person and that person. But I don't like artists to me that don't sell me. If I'm not into your voice, I'm not going to act like I like you. And that's just it is what it is. I'm not hateful. I don't hate them. I just don't like them. And it's just like if you ask me about a specific artist, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I love this artist and I love that and I love that about them. If I don't really actually like them, why am I gonna sit up here and sugarcoat and be completely like fake about it? I don't like this specific artist. I'm not going to say that I do. And I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I love them, or I respect the hustle because I'm somebody who's trying to get out there too. But I respect the hustle, but I'm just not gonna be like, you know, I'm not gonna be fake about my feelings about it. And I mean, we're all sitting up here and sharing our opinions about how we feel about certain artists and about how we feel like certain artists maybe should not be where they are, or maybe there are some other artists that maybe aren't as well known who have demonstrated more talent than those certain artists. And that's just what it is, and it's all subjective, it's all an opinion, because obviously these artists have gotten somewhere because somebody saw something in them, and a lot of other people share the same, they share the same opinion. But do I share the same opinion? No. That doesn't mean I hate them because I don't know them, but that does mean that I have a genuine opinion about them. That means I've been listening to them. That means that I, have kind of tried to see in them what other people see them, but I just don't, I haven't been able to. I don't see anything in a Taylor Swift. I don't see anything in a Shawn Mendes. Why? Because they're not my type of artist. And I'm not going to sit there and act like I like them when I don't. And that's just, it is what it is. I'm sure that I'm sure that they're cool people to be around and stuff, but that's not what we're here for. That's not what I'm listening to them for. I'm not here to listen to them because they are, because they look cool, they look cute, or they're like really attractive, or because they have this many followers on Instagram, or because they gave to this charity. No, I am into the music. And if the music is not selling me, guess what? I'm not buying it. It is what it is. I mean, you can say that I'm a hateful person all that you want, but it doesn't change the fact that I am just not here for every single artist that I see. And it doesn't mean that I'm hating on them. It just means that I'm not into them. But there are plenty of mainstream artists that I do like. Like I said, I do like Dua Lipa. Dua Lipa. I do like her because I listened to a couple of her songs. I like the tone of her voice. She has a very um, she has a very like heavy husky tone that I kind of like in a lot of my female artists. So I do like her. Okay. Like I said, I like Charlie Puth. I like him. He's actually, really talented. He actually has a good voice. Bruno Mars, probably one of the most mainstream male artists that you can actually come across today. And I love Bruno Mars. Okay. I like Halsey. I'm not crazy about her voice, but I like Halsey. I like her style. I like her vibe. I like her music. I'm not crazy about the voice. Bottom line is, I am not going to say that I'm a fan of somebody if I'm not. And that's what I wanted to say to what Tori Dean, who tried to call me out on hating people. I'm not hating on them. I'm just not a fan of them. And if you want to know exactly how I feel about a certain artist, all you got to do is ask me. I'm pretty transparent on things like that. I am. It's just, it is what it is. And that's the end of that rant. But I don't like it when people like automatically think that you're hating on someone just because, you may be in a one spot and they may be in another. I really couldn't care less. I'd rather have the freedom to do whatever I want to do with my music career rather than be like locked in somebody's dungeon and only be, allowed to come out and you know, hang out with the public when it's time for me to go on stage and perform, or when it's time for me to make a public appearance, an album signing, or a concert or something. A lot of these artists that you see on the mainstream with radio play every single day, all day, half of them have miserable ass lives because they don't get a chance to do the things that we get to do every single day. You know, they don't have the freedom to do what they want to do because guess what? They have thousands of people depending on them to do their job. And number one, and number two, millions of other people who are fans of theirs who really want music here and now. They want them to make these appearances. They want them to post on social media. They want them to do this and this and that. And a lot of them don't really get to have a real personal life, a real social life like we get to have as everyday people. And I mean, why would I hate on something like that? I wouldn't, and I don't. So you can take that and shove it. Sorry. But no, seriously, I don't like it when people say stuff like that because it makes me angry because you really think that I'm gonna sit here like I no. I am who I am. If you ask me about a specific singer, I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. You can be mad about it if you want to. Similar songwriting style, but Taylor is more family friendly. Is she really? Is she? I will say that Taylor doesn't use like the profanity that Halsey uses. Actually, I mean, he doesn't use that much profanity that I know of. But Taylor has also been known to she also has been known to do some suggestive stuff in music videos and even in her lyrics. But I guess she's like the Disney version. But to me, Halsey, I don't know. Halsey is just, I vibe with her a lot more, and it doesn't seem forced. With whenever Taylor Swift to me comes out and she does a song, like let's say if she does a song that like kind of ventures into an alternative area like Halsey, it would feel forced. I don't ever really get authenticity from Taylor Swift. The only thing like Taylor, she's good at the hooks and stuff, but I really don't get with her. Where'd you get that jacket? Actually, where did I get this jacket? uh, I forget. Oh, it's Champion, but I don't know if I got it. I don't know where I got it from. Um, Taylor is very generic. Yes, I agree with you on that. Taylor is a lot more generic. Halsey is a lot more unique, and her beats are hot. I'm gonna say that right now. Halsey, she got some hot ass beats, and then when you put the like a lot of her lyrics are also really good. I'm just like, yeah, that's good. All these white pop girls are generic. Deandra, stop. No, but I mean, I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree with you, and and you are a fan of Adrian Expression. You know how much he talks about white mediocrity and how these like white girls, these white people are able to get on stage and literally do anything and get like all the accolades and awards and all the praises and stuff. But a black artist can't do the same thing. No, we do the same thing. We get clowned on social media and everything else. Tinashe makes the same music and is not popping. True. And she can actually dance her ass off. She got some cute vocals. I recently watched the video and stuff, but oh, thank you. I like I usually back in the day I didn't used to watch commenting. Asia Wong is commenting on my jacket. Thank you so much. Um, I forgot exactly when I got it. It was around the time I started like working out a little bit. Um, it's like really comfortable too. Um, but yeah, I at one point in time I used to only wear like grays and blacks and whites and stuff, but then I started wearing a lot more color, and now I kind of like the way it looks against my skin. I like wearing brighter colors now. It just kind of brings out. Let me see, let's see. Taylor plays the game. Taylor does play the game. She knows how to do what she needs to do. I think Normani will do what Tinashe tried to do and be successful. I've been getting that too. I've been getting that too, because I feel like Normani will probably put out the same kind of music that Tinashe is, because Tinashe is not the type of artist that, like, if you listen to her albums, not every song, like, because like, she's mostly known for that song "Two On," right? You listen to the Aquarius album, there's only maybe 2 or 3 songs in that album that actually sound like Two On, and that people would actually, but see, people were drawn to the album because of Two On, because of the success of Two On, but then people were like kind of like, I guess, disappointed with the album. I love the rest of the album. Two On is probably my least favorite song on the Aquarius album, because to me, I love her singing that smooth R&B when she does Pretend and Thug Cry, like those songs on that album, those are really good. Wildfire, and then the Bated Breath, and what's the other one? Oh my gosh, Bet. That song goes hard, and then at the end with that guitar solo and stuff, that is the real Tinashe in my opinion. And when she does this like other stuff, to me, it's like it's kind of like just a way to kind of draw in people. Of course, yeah, she likes it, but I can tell that she really likes that other kind of like that other style of like trancy R&B music. I feel like she likes that, and I feel like Normani might go into that area too, but maybe she'll be a little bit more commercially successful because of her success in the group. And of course, um, I feel like, oh, she's probably still gonna be like, I don't know. Oh my God, you're still alive. Yes. On Fridays, I have no life because I'm usually off on Fridays because my like window availability is like less, so they're just like, we're just not really gonna make you work on Fridays much because I gotta be here with my brother and stuff. So most of the time on Fridays I'm like kind of free. The only thing that I've really been doing is like working on songs. The uh, hold on, I gotta send a text. Okay. um I'm like, oh Lord, Freaky Friday, the Chris Brown and little, what is it, Little Dricky song. uh, Me too. I do want that for Normani. It'd be cool if she did something like a Tinashe, whatever. But I really would like for her to do something like a Leah, like her last album. Like if she did like a like a try again type of situation, uh or more than a woman. Because I could see her doing killing a good dance break. Ugh, dun, 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 dun. Especially though she's gonna be working. Oh, if she works with Missy Elliott, I feel like they're gonna go in that direction. Because you know that Missy was working on Missy and Timbaland. She needs to hook up with them. She could be the reincarnation. Oh my gosh. Uh and then yeah, no, and then she could can she please do a cover of One in a Million? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on. You give me a really. I loved that song, and I need for Normani to actually do a cover of that. I feel like she would really kill a cover of that. Um, Normani and SZA collaboration. I don't know if I'm gonna be sold on that at this point in time anymore. Like at first I was like, yeah, Black Girl Magic, but I don't know if I want Normani and SZA's area, especially now SZA. She's talking about some. I'm gonna retire after my next album. I'm like, okay, no, you don't want to be mixed up with that. I'm not sure that needs to happen. No, it's true. It's true. But it's funny because this video has Dinah's name in it, and we've talked about Dinah like twice. in like almost 3 hours of this live stream. I hate that I've actually been on for this long, to be honest. But you want to see what I've written so far? Wait. Can I? It's just gonna, you know. Yeah, here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Is it really that much? No, it's not that much. I did like two verses and a hook for this song that I told you that I'm doing collaboration. If you guys are just now like kind of tuning in, there is a rapper out of Pittsburgh area. Her name is Jackie Bad. You can follow her on Instagram at Jackie Bad underscore XO. She's kind of like a local rapper, but she does have like a pretty pretty big following around that area, and she even won like a rap competition last year. She's honestly she's so cool, and like her vibe is cool, and I love how she like is kind of versatile and that she's into different types of music, and she raps onto like anything you throw at her, she can vibe to it and make something, and I really like that about her. She reached out to me and she wants to collaborate on a song, and she sent me some beats, and she's like, "Oh, just like write whatever and I'll like work around it." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, let's do that." One of these tracks is so hot. Actually, both of them are hot. One is like an old school kind of R&B feel. The other one is like more modern kind of R&B. But it like both of them sound like amazing, and both of them kind of um are like my style, and I love it. I've been vibing to both of the tracks, and it's like great. Did you watch Black Lightning? No. And here's the thing about Black Lightning: it's going to be very, very hard for me to watch it if it continues to come on Tuesday night, because it's like the worst night for me. I work later on Tuesday nights, and also it's like the day before my mom has off of work, and so it's like there's so much going on those days off that I really just don't have the time to do anything, because whenever she has a day off, we have to do like stuff. Um, CWTV. I know I can just watch it on my phone or something, but again, I just don't have the time to sit there for 45 minutes. Like I literally don't. I'm usually driving or doing something else. It's just I know. I really want to, and it's like going to be really really hard because I started doing it. Dynasty, it comes on Fridays. I have heard about Dynasty, and I also heard that what's his name that I really like? What's his name? Rafael de la Fuente? From Empire, I think he's on there. Um, and also my girl Elizabeth Gillies. That was I loved her. Jade, I loved her. But yeah, no, I wanted to watch it at the same time. I just again I didn't have the time, and by the time I knew about the show being on, it was already like most of the way through the first season, and it was just like, yeah, they can't. You want to know something? Listen, I'm gonna put a link. Hold on. Let me tell you something. I watched this show. I watched this show. Let me see. Does he still have it? Oh no, his channel was taken down. Hold on. That's so gross. That's so bad. Okay. There are a lot of them that really do not know how to kiss, and it's very, very, very sad. But I recently came across this one drama, and it's a BL drama from like China or something. Um, I recently like went and watched this scene here, and it is so like the kissing was actually really good. It was good. Um, that cover of you doing Neo's song. Oh, you seen that? That was so long ago. That was like 2013. That was before the hair and before this is going on. Um, But I used to watch K-dramas. I'm just not into them anymore. The last K-drama I watched was the one with Crystal from FX and Rain when they had like the situation going on there. Like he was like a, executive at this company and she wanted to be a writer. That was like the last one that I really saw. Oh, I did watch a little bit of Happy Together, but I wasn't like, I don't know, I just wasn't into it like that. Let me see something. I'm gonna post a link. And it's a shame that a BL couple can do it better than like a hetero couple, and I'm really like upset. I mean, not upset about it, but it is what it is. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna post the link. Um, and it's not for everybody, so don't click on it if you don't know what I'm talking about. But it's for this BL like Chinese drama. Park Seo-joon. Yes, yes. I do know who that is. I do know who that is. Yes, 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 yes. But it's so like, weird that I came across it. I think it was my cousin. My cousin and I, we like go around and watch a lot of these because she thinks that I'm interested, which I'm really not. But it was like really interesting to see this. But again, if you're not into like BL stuff, don't watch. You've been warned. But I posted that. There we go. I was just like, oh my gosh, in the locker room too. Too bad it was a dream sequence at the end of the day, but at the same time, it was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, probably don't. But at the same time, there's like a lot of these actors who really just don't know how to kiss. There's a reason why like I really wasn't into them. Because I'm just like, okay, so at this point, why are you even in here? Like, why are you even in this drama if you don't know? I feel like that should be like one of the requirements. Must know how to kiss. If you're not, then you shouldn't even be taking the role because you know your character is gonna have to kiss the other character. Like, and that's something maybe you should practice off screen too. Like, I mean, there's a lot of actors who do that. They need to hire me. Oh no, they would no. I don't know if they would know what to do. I feel like because I feel like um they're so like oh geez, they're so like conscious of what everybody else is thinking, and you know how it is over there. You know how like because they're all like traditional stuff, so like it's like they're gonna be making more than what it is. A lot of these idols and actors are. Yeah, that's one thing. See, when you're in a relationship, you kind of have to you kind of have to just you gotta have to know what's going on. And if you're the spouse or like the boyfriend, girlfriend of someone who is an actor who happens to be in like a movie or a show in which they are, the love interest of someone, and they're gonna be in the bed with them, they're going to be kissing them, they're gonna be making out with them and all that stuff. I mean, you kind of have to know when it comes with the territory, and if you're not like willing to um put whatever jealousy you have aside, then you honestly should not be with that person because at the end of the day, that's the job that they do. That's what they do. You can't be upset about it. Can't. Now if there's a little something, something going on off screen, then you should worry. But at the same time, um, you sound amazed. Meet up and have a drink. I don't know if you live near me. If I do get to be like, at a point in time where I have like maybe 5 to 10,000 subscribers, which I don't know if that's actually going to happen anytime soon, but if it does, I would definitely have like a little fan meet or something, choose a place in like the New York area or something or Jersey to like meet up and like maybe have like lunch or something, like set that up. It'd be cool. I'm not opposed to that. It's funny I like K-dramas but don't like K-pop. I mean, it's okay. Like it is what it is. You can like K dramas and not K-pop. There are some people who like K-pop and not K dramas. I'm somebody who kind of like both, but kind of not now. Like I'm like less into anything that has to do with Korea uh, now than I used to be, and that's just because I came from the previous generation. Things were a lot different back then. Um, okay, all right. My mom is calling. Hold on. Okay. Oh, stop. I don't watch porn though. Because people need to learn how to kiss it. No, they don't. Actually, does that link actually work? No. Wait. Oh, the link does work. Okay. I was like taken back by that scene. A lot of K actors can sing. True. A lot of Thai actors can sing. But I've been watching a lot of Thai dramas lately. Um, and a lot of them can sing and play instruments and stuff. I was like, okay, all right. But it is what it is. Whichever way you're getting money. Now, who is somebody said, asked me what my favorite show of all time is. You retracted your message, but I saw it. Um, my favorite show of all time. That's a hard one because over the years, my tastes in television has definitely changed. But I think that one show that I can always watch and never get tired of watching, um, and I like always go back and watch it at some point in time. And it's an animated show. I'm not, I don't care. I know it was you. um, Code Lyoko. And there was this thing, and I'm not the type of person that really cared for like mainstream television. Like if it was on mainstream television, if like everybody was talking about it, I really wasn't watching it. Like I wasn't a SpongeBob person. I hated SpongeBob. I thought it was stupid. And I liked Fairly Odd Parents, yeah, and Jimmy Neutron, but I like Jimmy Neutron over Fairly Odd Parents. But guess which one is still around today? I wish Jimmy Neutron was still around today though, because Jimmy Neutron was the shit. I love that show. But yeah, Kolioko is that show that I always it was kind of timeless to me. I'm always able to go back and watch it. The jokes are still like relevant, they're still funny. And I like the whole aspect of because I was always somebody who loved video. Like I was more of a video game nut when I was younger. I was more of a gamer when I was younger. And the fact that they were like going into this virtual world and stuff, and I love the transition from like them being in their world and was like more animated, like more cartoony, like traditional cartoony world. But then when they went into the virtual world, it was like 3D rendering and all that stuff. It was so cool. Yes, I know that Butch Hartman decided to leave Nick, and I'm glad that he did because Nick is shady as hell, and it's a long time coming. And hopefully now Nickelodeon will learn. Butch Hartman was one of the main animators on the damn payroll, and now that he's gone, they're gonna see a lot of changes happening around there. Okay, he did all of the things. He did everything. Dan Schneider too. Dan Schneider. Once Butch Hartman runs the animated side of everything, and Dan Schneider, he runs the live action of everything. Once he leaves, and once they both leave, Nickelodeon's dead. I mean, it's already a dying breed anyway. Who's really watching Nickelodeon in 2018 like that? Not many people. So once both of them leave, that's it. They were pretty much at the golden age of Nickelodeon at the like the late 90s, early 2000s. What was that? Dan Schneider, he was working on it. The recent shows, the recent shows are trash, and they're not really getting they're not really getting picked up for multiple seasons. The animation sucks. There's not good storytelling anymore. Like literally, the only show that Butch Hartman is on right now that's really relevant is Really Odd Parents, and once he goes from this, like that's it. And what like there's a couple of other things, but he did like what Danny Phantom that ended, which we love Danny Phantom, but that ended. Dan Snyder, the only shows that I really liked to Dan Snyder was Zoe 101. I didn't really care for iCarly that. I liked Drake and Josh. He also did some stuff on the Amanda Show, and it's like final times or whatever. He was like he wasn't like director or he the creator of the show, but he worked on it. I think. Um, Victorious, I liked that. Did he do that? I think so. But anyway, but yeah, no. Going back to my favorite show of all time, it's like a close tie between Kolioko and Ovary. It auto corrected to Ovary from iCarly. That's funny. Um, yeah. So yeah, Kolioko. I don't know if anybody even knows that show, Kolioko. Does anybody know the show Kolioko? I'm like wondering if anybody has like ever heard because it used to come on Maguzi. Like it wasn't on there first, but it ended up coming on Maguzi. It was like that little like block, kind of like a Toonami on Cartoon Network. But it was like early in the day, like right after I came out of school, it came on, and I used to sit down and watch it. And I really like like I really like the virtual aspect. Um, Cartoon Network is trash now. It used to be popping in the 90s and 2000s. Cartoon Network was popping. Like I said, you had shows like it. You had the Toonami block that came on with the Dragon Ball Z and all that stuff. I mean, now that they brought it back, but it's only what on the weekends at midnight or some shit. I'm just like, really? Come on now, get out of here. Ugh. 9 to 2 a.m. Hold on, guys. What days? Okay. My boss is like texting me to see if I can come in for like a late night shift because what the hell. I don't mind working overnight shifts. I can do that better than working during the day because at least I don't have to worry about Justin. Oh, it was for tonight. I wouldn't have been able to do it to tonight either. Oh, that's okay. All right, whatever. Okay. Teen Titans Go is trash. Now, hold on, hold up. Wait a minute. Okay, so um, I just found out that Max Snyder and Dan Snyder aren't related. Oh, really? They're not? Then I don't know how he got fame. Let me stop. I'm not crazy about the turn the lights down low. Oh, I'm not crazy about that song, and I have never been crazy about Max. He's another one that does a lot of straining, and I'm not crazy about that either. He has a good voice, but I just no, my voice sounds horrible right now. I have literally been coughing up phlegm all day, and yeah, I'm trying to get rid of all of it, but it's like it's having adverse effects on my vocal cords, in my opinion. My damn, ugh, it's gross. Um, have some water. I've been drinking. Well, no, I did have that smoothie, but it was fruit. It's good. Um, that song is good though. He sings that song. Yes. At first, I didn't know who it was because it just said Max. I'm like, what are you, Shim Chang Min? Because he goes by Max too. No, 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 no. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, no. You better study. You better don't be watching me. You have to study. I've been on here for 3 hours, guys. That's too long. I should have left a long time ago. But I'm having a little fun. And we're getting on to more like interesting topics. I thought it was James Bay. Oh, stop. University exam on Monday. You better go and study. I'm not playing with you. Study biology. What are you on? What level biology is it? It is. Um, I'm not asking you, Justin. Biomedical science first year. Ooh. I was a biochem major. Double.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
All right, Justin. What do you want, mac and cheese?
Yes. Oh, wait, what else we have to start?
What the hell?
Do we just have that?
What?
Do we just
We have mac and cheese. We have the chicken. Sorry, I have the chicken. That's right. We have cabbage.
Okay, okay, mac and cheese, chicken.
And cabbage.
Yes.
You better eat that cabbage.
I know.
Ugh.
Do we have a sandwich?
Make your son his. That's not my son, guys. That's my brother. And you must be new to the channel because he's appeared in like every live stream since like the very beginning, pretty much. What?
Do we have a sandwich?
You want a sandwich instead?
Yeah.
All right, I'll make you a sandwich. It's a lot shorter, I guess. All right, so while I am doing this, you guys talk amongst yourselves. We're going to get back into television shows. Why? Because I am interested in it now. Because I really want to talk to you guys about the Teen Titans Go situation. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, damn it. You're probably going to hear us in the background because I'm not turning the sound on this time.
I'm gonna go hear it.
So they're going to hear me.
I didn't hear you say it.
There. Calm down, please. Let me take my pill this morning. Mm. What are you doing? Oh, of course.
Oh.
Did you have homework?
Don't stare at me like that. You can.
Go sing.
Don't.
Go sing "Power" for them.
No. 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 Don't.
You're the man. I got the power. You make it rain.
Don't.
I'll make it sure I should know. I'm always in control. I make you come take the wheel and keep up again. Oh gosh. You better put that headphones in.
I know, load it up to.
Load up,
Oh, stop, please. I mean it.
No, Justin, you see that this one is like tangled up. Why are you gonna sit here and try to? You know that you can turn it. Right. And it's a bigger.
It's not, I don't see, I don't hear the sound.
You don't hear the sound. It's not plugged in enough, probably. No, in the actual headphones.
Oh,
Oh. You know what?
I did not know.
Clearly, sir. Oh crap! I almost forget to because you like it cut. Just want attention. Just want attention. Did you eat the chips at school? Did you eat the chips at school? Doesn't even matter. That's the way for now. All I see is you. Okay, hello, I'm back. Should talk about Michael Jackson the next time you have a live stream? Absolutely not. because he's dead and I want him to rest in peace. We need to make sure um, we need to we need to leave the dead alone, please. Listen to his music, appreciate it, and then that's it. Oh, I think Paris, Texas is from Texas, but it is what it is. Anyway, um, I am probably going to let this go because I've been on here for quite some time. I'm actually whew, 1, 2, 3. All right. So yeah, I was gonna talk. Well, like everybody who was talking about it is kind of gone now. Apparently, Azalea Banks dropped a diss track. Or no, no, no. She has a new single called "In a Winter." But she like also kind of I don't know. I don't even know. So yeah. Yeah. Ooh, at this point, I don't know if we're actually going to be able to get into what I was going to talk about before, because somebody had mentioned Teen Titans Go, and I was like, they actually thinks is sad. She would have not this Anna. I don't think no. She has a lot of songs in which she like has um she has like the name of like a famous person or somebody like a public figure or something in the title, and it usually has nothing to really do about them. It's just more like a metaphorical reference some type of way. Um, but yeah, I agree. Azealia Banks, she's very talented, but there's something there. Like everybody has a tick with them, but with her, it's like there's just I don't know. It's really really sad, honestly, because I would really like it for her to win, but she's just problematic, and she also just has this thing where she will go in on somebody but then backtrack, or I don't even know what the hell. Like I don't know. I don't know. I just know that she's very miserable. She seems like a very miserable person. She was also doing like the skin lightening, it seems, or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so for Teen Titans Go, they were recently like the cast and crew. Teen Titans Go, they were at this like convention, and they were talking. I guess one of the guys was talking about somebody had asked, or somebody had asked about the original Teen Titans, and excuse me. And one of the show writers had said that there is like a really, really huge chance that the original Teen Titans may be returning for a sixth season, and everybody lost their crap. And somebody even like tweeted at like Greg Sipes, who voices Beast Boy, and he said, yeah, that's what he said, and it's like a definite that there is a high chance of the original Teen Titans coming back. Yeah. So I hope it's not a reboot though. I hope we get like a continuation because you still have all the same voice actors. Like they're all still there. Tara Strong and Hendon Walsh and what's the guy's name who plays Robin and Greg Sipes who plays Beast Boy. Like they're all still there. Um, it's just that they started doing the Teen Titans Go, which damn show. It's irritating. Like it's funny and it's like cartoony and stuff, but I miss the original Teen Titans. Like when there was a perfect blend of comedy with like a little romance, a little action and drama. Like there was like a good mixture of it in the original Teen Titans. Like you had funny moments in Teen Titans, but there were still like some serious things going on too. But with Teen Titans Go, you don't get any of that. Like you think that something is gonna get a little dramatic, but then you remember you're watching like this like children's like extremely child friendly show. Like it's like extremely child friendly. Like nothing is serious ever, 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 ever. I was just like, I watched Teen Titans when I was like 7. Like, why? Teen Titans Go has a movie coming out this summer. I'm not interested. Not interested. I'm really not. I really couldn't care less. I'm getting like a sore on the side of my tongue, and it's because my teeth are so unaligned. It's like my top teeth are fine, but the bottom teeth are like kind of not aligned. And then like when I go to sleep, I have the tendency to clench my teeth, and then my tongue like just kind of sits there, and like the top teeth here, like around my molars and especially my incisors, it like goes underneath the bottom like incisor, and then it's like it clamps down and kind of goes into my tongue. It's really annoying because it's been like that for a couple of days. I gotta go see the dentist. It's just kind of cleaning and stuff, and it's just irritating. Do I watch Steven Universe? No. No. Oh, one of my actual favorite shows growing up was Digimon. And I know that there are people that are gonna like, oh, well, Pokemon is better franchise. It is a better franchise, Pokemon, but Digimon had the better show. Pokemon had the better games and they were more consistent and everything. But at the end of the day, Digimon was the better TV show. Like, cause they like actually had like a real good storyline. It wasn't just like Monster of the Week. They would have kind of Monster of the Week, but it was all a set storyline. And there was a video on here that made a really good point about the fact that there are different situations. In the one situation is isolated, the other situation is not. Pokemon, they all live in the Pokemon world or whatever. With Digimon, they would travel to the digital world, and it wasn't like, it was a separate entity in itself. And like the kids, they were more like, in this unfamiliar world. They were trying to get out and stuff, and so like their situation was more dire, and it was more necessary for them to like kind of be more mature. And in which case, Pokemon, like everybody knows, like everybody lives in this world. Everybody knows about Pokemon. Everybody knows, and so it's like kind of more in the child friendly district area or whatever you want to call it. Um, Virginia man who landed a fatal punch on a woman who called him the N word has been convicted of second degree. So sad. I mean, yeah, he did end up murdering her, but at the same time, it's a little trash. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back. I'm still here. I'm, 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 I'm still here. I looked at my brother because he hates that song. He hates that song, but he has his headphones on, so he probably can't really hear me. I'm still here, here, here. Yeah, I recently, started kind of watching Empire again. Tisha Campbell is on it right now. She kind of with I don't know, this kind of like Destiny Child or En Vogue esque type of group. Like, they're like an old group from like back in the beginning of Empire or whatever. And I saw Tisha Campbell. I'm like, oh my god, like really? Tisha Campbell has a new song. I figure she's on Empire right now. I don't really care for Empire like that, but I mean, I'll still watch it because of Tiana, because I like Soraya. I'll support Soraya and I'll support Jesse Smollett, even though I'm not crazy about his voice. I will support Jesse Smollett. And yeah. Um, I think that Pokemon after the fourth season or whatever got messy. After the fourth generation, yes, I do agree that it kind of got messy. Not a lot of people care too much for Unova. They really don't. I played all of them. I played all the games. I didn't really watch the anime though. After Diamond and Pearl, the anime series, I did not watch the anime. I left off after Dawn, and I really didn't care. I did watch a little bit of Kalos because I like Serena. Serena was cute, um, but I just didn't like the aspect of that. Like it was, But I didn't watch too much of that anime either. I stopped watching the anime after mostly after Diamond and Pearl, after the Dimension, whatever they called it, um, Battle Dimension or whatever they wanted to call the end of that one. Um, excuse me. Um, I think my favorite episode is when May comes back and they like participate in the contest that Wallace is like the head of or whatever, and they participate in that contest, and it's really cool to see like May, like as she grown and stuff as a trainer, and she has a Glaceon, and I was like, yes, bitch. But yeah, no, but I don't know. My favorite companion though was definitely Dawn. I like Dawn. Dawn was like she was that girl. I liked her. Everybody likes Misty, but I was like, bye. I'm still like I'm trying to get off of this in a minute because I've been here for way too long. It's like I don't have a life. Correction, I don't have a life on Fridays. Every other single day of the week, I'm like booked and busy. But for some reason, Friday is always that off day in which I have like almost nothing to do. Um, and Ash has some Benjamin Button going on because he doesn't age. Now, I don't like the new animation. They have a new animation style for the Sun and Moon anime, and I don't like it. I'm not crazy about it. I'm not crazy about this whole trainer school situation. I'm just not. I don't like it. I'm not crazy about it, and that's the reason why I didn't watch the anime. Like I have the games. I didn't get Ultra Sun and Moon though. I didn't get it. But I'm probably gonna pick it up when I get the money. I'm probably gonna get it. Maybe with my next check, I'm gonna get it. But I'm not really here for the anime anymore. I'm not. I'm just not. Um, it is what it is. Introduce a new character or something. I'm sick of Ash Ketchum. I'm sick of him. Like, like literally, like he should be my age. He should be older than me actually. Because when the Pokemon anime came out, he was 10 already, and I was like 5 or something. So he should be like what 28 or 30 years old. I like, come on now, get out of here. So irritating. And then they tried to say that he was 11 in I think Kalos, but then they went back to him being 10. I'm like, you can't be 10 in like you can't be 10 for like 5 years at least. Like for let's just say that each region took him about a year to go through. Let's just say that, and then like maybe like Battle Frontier was like 6 months or something. I mean, he should at least be like 16 or 17 at this point. The anime action was it was. That's why I preferred Digimon's anime over Pokemon because to me Digimon was more realistic. Like it was more believable. Like the things that they were going through and stuff. It was more believable. My favorite character in the Digimon anime was definitely Davis. I liked how stupid he was, but he was also actually like really like he was like straightforward, and that's what I liked about him the most. Um, I also really liked Yoli. She was that girl in season 2. From the first season, from Adventure. Do I have a favorite? It would be like a close tie between Sora and Izzy, even though Sora made me so upset because Sora was supposed to be the tie, but then she ended up dating Matt in the second season. I was just like, okay, whatever. Okay. Stupid. But yeah. So there's that. I stopped watching the anime though, the Digimon anime. I stopped watching after the Frontier one, in which they were turning into Digimon. I liked the concept, but it didn't really work too much. Um, I wasn't really crazy about that either. I just, to me, it didn't really do anything for me. Um, it didn't. Uh, I like the third season, Tamers. That was my favorite one. Reek was that girl. Reek was that girl. She would be telling everybody off and just she was a bitch. I just loved it. I loved it so much. She was my favorite character in the entire show. And she was also the most experienced and she was badass. Like I just loved Rika. But yeah, no, that was like my anime growing up. Um, So yeah, like I said before, a close tie between Kolyoko and Digimon. Anyway, as there is winding down right now, and it's like almost 7:30. I think I'm gonna finally leave and take my leave at 3 hours. Sorry, 3 minutes, 3 hours and 30 minutes. I should have been 21 years old by now. True, that is so true. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go because I don't know. I want to do something else besides sit in front of this computer. There's like an entire board system back here, and we'll talk more about anime and stuff when I come on here the next time. Um, I don't know where the Boruto anime is going now. I thought they got rid of Kaguya, stupid Otsutsuki or whatever her name is, the crazy bitch from like the beginning of time. I thought they got rid of her, but here we go. We see White Zetsu. Anyway, we're gonna save that for next week. Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit more about that next week. We're not talking about Fifth Harmony. Okay, just so you know, you watch this video later. We're not talking about Fifth Harmony because guess what? They're on hiatus. We're not talking about them. We're not talking about Dinah. We're not talking about Norani. We're not talking about Allie or Lauren. We're talking about something else for once. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great night. Um, go stream my song on iTunes and Spotify. It's called Need You by Christian Lamar. Gracias. Good night.